My.
Okay, here we go. That was quite a premiere episode. It went down. So much went down. I enjoyed it. I know y'all had to enjoy it. So let's get in right to it. MJ Scott is already here. Lord mercy. What up, Mark? Lord. Oh, shit. So, okay. So, this episode, we got to see the dynamic between Tisha and Destiny. We got to see the dynamic between a newfound friendship between Martell and Lewis. And we got to see we got to see Kimmy asking Maurice about the fact, is it or is it not in fact true that he was with a linebacker. Now, the linebacker has made waves, and we know why, because Ariane has really put that out in the streets. So let's get into it. What did you think about this episode as an overall?
Overall, that was a very juicy episode, and I want more. Like I feel like I was teased. I feel like Maurice was teasing me. Like I need to tell you, like spill it. Like come on, like it's more to the picture. We all know it. Like I want to know more. Like it's really been it was a juicy episode, juicy moments all together. I would say this episode really like set the tone for the season. It set a good tone for what's to come. It kind of gave us like a it was like an opener, like a good opener. So now we're gonna get to the main course soon as the season progresses. So I enjoyed the first episode.
Yes, indeed. So, how do you feel about this new friendship between Martell and Luis?
I'm enjoying it. I love the new friendship, the new dynamic because Louis is a level headed brother. He has common sense. Has intelligence. He actually is a sensible person, a very logical person. And Martell needs someone on his level because you can have two logical people with illogical people around him like Marcel. So he needs someone that matches his sensibility, his intelligence. So Lewis matches Martell's intelligence and it matches his sensibility. So I'm glad that they are good friends and have formed this friendship. I think it's great, and I'm glad Martell had a moment this episode where he was outside of the drama and actually got to chill and be fun and relax and just be a vibe tonight. And I enjoyed that.
I
Shout out
did
to
enjoy
Carlos
that part,
King.
and I didn't even realize.
Shouts out to Carlos King. Thank you, Carlos, for doing that. Because, Martelli the boy, he been carrying this show on his back for the last 3 years. So, shouts out for giving him a moment outside of the mess.
That's what's up. Shout out to some of my fellow mentees in the chat, Mr. Mita
Hey,
Joe.
y'all.
What's up, girl? Miss Ellen V, who is always here, always here. I love me some Miss Ellen V. So yes, what do you feel about Kimmy and Maurice's conversation? Now, Maurice looks like he was definitely trying to deflect a little bit
Oh, he was
from the
deflecting, honey.
situation. Do you feel that?
Oh yeah, he was definitely deflecting. He tried to change the conversation multiple times. He tried to redirect it in so many ways. And it's like, that makes you more guilty when you try to deflect from what she's asking. And she kept asking him the same question. He was like not really wanting to speak on it. And it to me that made me feel like, okay, there's more to it. And that he won't say, that he will not say. Yet anyway, if he's not pushed to saying it. Yeah, I just feel like he was definitely deflecting. He definitely didn't want to open up those can of worms because a lot happened on that trip.
Shout out to Mark, who's already being messy in the chat. How come Mel didn't get a commercial on the premiere?
Not a
What you talking about?
commercial.
Are
Not
you
a
talking
commercial.
about Seventh Avenue? What we talking about, Mark? Let's be specific here, sir. Please
Yes,
pay
Mark.
attention.
What do you mean commercial? What do you
Well,
mean?
you know she has her Seventh Avenue going on and all of that jazz. So I would think that's probably what he's talking about.
Well, no one cares, Mark. That's why no one cares. Carlos does not care.
Y'all
So
know what?
yeah,
Mel is working hard, doing her thing.
yeah, no one
She
cares.
don't
And I'm
need a
glad.
commercial. She is
And I'm
doing
glad she didn't get no
fine.
commercial. I'm glad Carlos
Okay, she is
not.
doing just fine.
I'm glad Carlos did not make us suffer through a commercial of Mel's products that we are not buying or purchasing. So thank you, Carlos King, for not making us viewers suffer for 30 seconds of a mess.
You know what? Don't even. So one thing is for sure. So Carlos went live on each commercial break, and one of the biggest things that was talked about was should have Marcel shouldn't have went to Africa by himself. What do you think about that? Because there was a
He
lot of mixed emotions in that chat that said it was okay, but a lot of people said that ain't no way in hell.
he definitely should have went to Africa by himself, like going out of the country. Like it's one thing if he had went to LA or you know what I'm saying, somewhere like local. He went out of the country on the other side of the world, and we know he didn't go by himself. So he made hell a teacher thinking he went by himself, but he's not gonna go all the way across the world on the other side of the planet by himself to Africa just to be alone when he's quote unquote depressed and have all these things. Like that doesn't seem like a logical thing. And I definitely don't think Marcel went by himself. I definitely think he had some company. And Letitia, you know, she's a good girl for, you know, buying into it because she buys into a lot of what he tells her. And you know, we know Marcel was not by himself. He was definitely not alone in Africa. And I
Mark
found
says it's a very expensive trip and it was a birthday gift. Who gave him that
yeah,
birthday
who
gift?
gave that give
Mark?
and why Tisha couldn't come?
Yeah, how come he had to go solo?
Yeah, because he didn't
Just
go
that.
solo. Because I know he
And
didn't
how
go
long
solo.
was he there? Mark, I
Yeah.
know you know that.
So somebody gave him a birthday
Hey
gift
now, hey.
to go to
Miss
Africa,
Goody,
way
I
across
sent
the
you
world.
the link if you want to come join in, sir. Oh,
But
so Letitia is the one who gave him the trip, he says.
well, she did. She wanted to go. She expected him to
It was
a
a
week.
week.
So
So
okay,
was
so
he
he went.
supposed to go? Hey, Bridget Reed.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Mark,
joining.
because this is crazy. She
Please
gave
hit
him
the likes up if you coming in. I would appreciate it kindly. Thank you.
because she gave him a gift, and then she wanted to go because she expected tonight. She wanted to go, so she was expecting her husband to say, "Well, come on and join me on this trip since you gave me a trip to Africa, and you make her stay at home by herself."
But then again, if she would have, couldn't that been like, I'm taking you to Africa
Not the
and not
gift.
give her the chance to say the link? Oh, Miss Goody, the link is in our chat. The link is in our chat.
Miss Goodiga Boys, Ascensions, Intentions. All right now.
That's my girl. I love her. She
Oh,
always got
Scott.
something to say.
Okay,
I can't
Mark.
wait for her to get
Okay.
here.
Okay, Mark.
Okay, fake
Mark.
news. Mark,
All
what's
right.
fake news exactly?
Come on, Mark.
Elaborate on that. What
Help
is
me,
fake
Mark.
news?
Help me understand, Mark. Because I'm watching the show. So I'm watching what was shown tonight. And
Yeah,
what was
we
shown
only
tonight,
see
he
what
went to Africa by
they
himself.
show us. So if you could fill in the blanks, that would be fine and dandy.
Please do.
You know what I'm saying? But while we're waiting on him to elaborate on that, so Mel eavesdrops, I guess you could say, on a conversation between Destiny and Letitia.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think she had any right to be wrong about it? The fact that she did eavesdrop, or if you hear it, you hear it. Do you think there was anything wrong with what they said about her? Because she heard her name, and as soon as you hear your name, you're gonna feel some type of way anyway. So do you think her feelings were justified?
No, because she had no place to be eavesdropping. Because had she not been trying to be so nosy, then she wouldn't have heard when they had to hear what they were saying and wouldn't find offense to what they said because they were talking in a conversation to each other in a room. So they're having a conversation that's supposed to be private because the door was closed. So Melanie decided to listen. I mean, you listening on somebody talking and they said something about you and you upset about it. Well, you chose to listen. You chose to be nosy because she heard her name. So then she decided to say, "Oh, I'm gonna stay a little longer and listen more." So you chose to listen more, so you can't get mad if you hear something you don't like.
That's for sure. Goody, go to our chat and get the link. I dropped the link for anyone who else wanted to join. I need to hear what you guys to say, boo. So yeah, so
Okay.
I feel the same way. I mean, cause I guess it's from a perspective of mine of the fact that if you hearing me and you in my private space about hearing it, that's your fault. You heard it, and you can't feel no type of way about it because everybody talks about everybody at some degree. You hear it, you hear it. So it is what it is, and I totally agree on that.
Because Mel talk about everybody, so why she mad?
Fact listening is listening is listening. Turn up the volume. Mark, we need you to tell us Did she invite him or not? No, you need to elaborate on the last comment you made. I still need. Send you the link. Mark, we know you about to turn up if you come into this chat. So give us a minute to warm up before you come in, because
Which your
yeah,
which your
I'm gonna let you in. I just need to get some more out first before you come in here, because I know you're gonna take over. Now, if anyone who is in the chat who don't know who Mark is Marcel and Maurice's brother. You got to meet Micah to this premiere episode, also at the family Sunday dinner. So Mark is the other brother,
little Sky,
and you
honey.
shall know about his little dig in, because this is the brother that Miss V had a friendship with. I'm gonna be nice and
Not
leave it at that.
friendship.
It was a friendship.
Okay, friendship. I like it. Friendship. I like that.
Scott's in the building.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So
Scott.
it's Mark. Yes, Bridget, that is who Mark is. Mark is Maurice and Marceau's brother, the one that we have this whole debacle going over, that Miss Van slept with last season and during the reunion and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, girl, you must not be in these YouTube streets like this, because he's been in these YouTube streets talking about it. But y'all can definitely follow Mark on Instagram and his YouTube page, which I will let him say all that when I do finally let him in to this chat.
Not a
So
business
yes,
market
it's just
friendship.
a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot going on. So what else went on this season? So let's see. So let's talk about the family dinner. Now, they left us on the cliffhanger about the family dinner. So here it is. It looks like Mark, you in my thought. Maurice and Marceau looks like they're going back and forth, about to start their little tit for tat that we seen in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So Marceau released the picture of Maurice being at the Atlanta's boys trip.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's what caused Kimmy to have questions about, did you see Will linebacker and all that jazz? But I think that's a separate situation. However, at the reunion, he said that he wasn't there. And now Marceau has produced a picture to let us know that he in fact was there. Oh, Miss Goody is here. There she go.
Hey y'all, hey.
Hey, Miss Goody, baby.
How are you, Miss Goody Goody?
I'm doing
So
well.
we just jumping in on talking about Maurice.
I've been here.
Let you give your whole take on the whole one after this question. But what is your take on Maurice and Marceau's back and forth about what's going on with Marceau releasing the picture of the fact that Maurice was in fact there at the boys trip?
MJ Scott could tell us what it is, but I'm one of 6 kids. Sometimes it be like that. But you, at the end of the day, loyalty to the family, regardless to how tight I am with you behind scenes, you don't need to be put in picture. If I said what I said, you support what I said. It's not funny for you to not support what I said. And we're going to have a talk about it at Micah table. Micah table. We're going to talk at Micah table.
Mark, drop your link in the drop your IG in the chat. People want it. People's asking for it. So yeah, so what do you think about this episode overall? We have talked about so far. Okay, let me ask you this. What is your thoughts on Melody hearing Tisha and Destiny talking about hers?
I believe God reveals the things you need to know and hear. Y'all may feel, I mean, we could say whatever we want about Melody, because like I'm not a Melody fan. I just go lean on the side of logic, right? If you talking about me, but you're running around trying to tell, why aren't we cool? Why my spirit attack you? I don't want to be friends with you. And I have a feeling that something's up. What's up? You chitty chatty with the people then? I don't want you and I to be close. You want to be all up in my house? You want my children over the weekend and all kind of thing? No. And the reason why no, you ain't got no business talking with her about me. Y'all could talk about everything else under the sun. But when it's tension between me and her, just now, like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, keep my name out your mouth, fam. It's better that it's them, because I wouldn't have been like, Like, we're here for. I would be like, yo, we got a problem? Something you want to talk about? Open the door. I'm here. I got ears, but I'm a different breed.
But how can you come bust in the room? How can you say
It's not busting, it's knocking. It's
mad because they're having a conversation that's private that don't involve you?
I quite understand that, but it does involve me because if
your ear was at the door being nosy, your ear should have been in your room listening to your
nah,
TV.
I believe that I thoroughly believe that Tisha was Miss Wanda Loud. And if I hear my name, I'm coming to see who calling me. Don't send for me.
Then you hear it and you can't get mad because something you don't like. Because I want your big place to be in my mouth.
Yeah, but okay, if I don't like it, let's settle this today. You see, I'm one of these people. Let's settle this today. You got a problem? Let's do it. You want to talk? Y'all want to talk about me or you want to talk to me? Let me know which one it is. But when I leave this door, my door is closed. Destiny shouldn't be. Destiny's the one who got a problem with it. Mel don't got a problem with it because whatever she was feeling was confirmed in that moment.
Okay. So how do y'all feel about Melody labeling Tisha as the enemy? Do y'all think
I don't think she said that. I don't think she said that. I think she said, I don't really, that we got tension, I'm not really rocking with her. I don't think she said the enemy. I think that just sounds nice. No, Destiny said she did. But Destiny, y'all want to talk about how Destiny won't tell us all about the government cheese, but won't tell us what happened with the chicken man?
Oh, Lord.
Miss Auntie Niecy has entered the building.
Lord, help us, Lord.
Got the hair down now. Okay, we feeling a little flowy now.
After she got red on IG, she had to get her hair together, honey.
Shake it, girl. Shake it, honey. Shake it.
Yes, honey.
When somebody on IG?
Yeah, Miss Maud.
Huh?
Miss Maud shaded you on IG earlier.
She said what?
She shaded you on IG earlier. You gotta go back and watch.
Oh.
About the rap.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
I can hear that.
Okay, Miss Niecy. So right now we're talking about Mel overhearing Destiny and Tisha and the fact that she called Tisha the enemy. What's your thoughts on that?
And then Mel had a glass to the wall, and she was trying to hear everything that was going on. I'm like, how hard are you listening to be able to hear?
You don't think maybe production told her what was being said?
Too hard.
You don't think she was told what was being said?
Too hard. She was listening.
Well,
like,
just
listening,
not listening.
Said Melanie, what? Oh, she was, because you hear that, you're gonna listen. She was listening, but she listened too long and then heard bits and pieces of a conversation and decided to make it her storyline.
But then Destiny came and confirmed everything she said. Hold on for a second.
Hey, Mama Love. Miss Kamisha is in the building. This is my mentor who has taught me everything, who has helped me build my brand, and I love her. So shout out to her. If any of y'all want to become, a commentator, she is the one to get in touch with, and she will help you build your brand up from the bottom to the top.
All right.
So, Niecy, let me ask you, what do you think about this episode overall, and what do you think about the dynamic between Lewis and Martell? Because now Martell has a friend, and we can see him in a different light, not being messy with Mel, as Shade had pointed out.
I think that him having some accountability in his confessional is a big step for Martell. Because he has never taken accountability before.
Yes,
and he almost took that big leap tonight and took a little bit of accountability for having his penis outside of the household, just a little bit.
He's always had accountability.
Don't think it's big now.
Watch the same show I'm watching, because he's always
I felt like, him and Lewis being cool, it's fine as long as Lewis' wife is fine with it. And she said yesterday on my live that she's fine with Lewis being friends with Martell. So
real, like, what's the problem? Why would she not be fine with it?
Sir.
He's a cheater, pumpkin eater. That's why.
Yeah.
That's that dumb mentality. Louis is a grown man.
Can
Louis
we time out for a second?
Have a friend. He can't have a friend that
Kang. We got.
I don't understand.
Bring me back to this moment. What is
logic? What's
the Martell thing? What's the connection? What resonates? What resonates with you and Martell?
Because Martell is
just I didn't know.
Martell is an imperfect person who is flaws, have been shown on a television show, and he's treated as if he can't be imperfect, and he's judged as if he's not human.
Oh, so what?
But when I
Martell is you're giving grace to the humanity of the man.
Because he doesn't get grace. So I'm gonna give him.
He get all kind of grace. He fine.
No, he does not. He doesn't give grace.
He fine.
Martell is fine. I will never take that away.
He can't breathe.
That is candy all the way. And I actually tried to look at his calendar, but they don't ship it out of the state.
Like I said yesterday, Martell is very fine, but whenever you take away all the flaws in his personality and put him down to a 5 to me, I'm
kind of fine that you just got
it's simple math. It's simple math, King.
And she's a 2 to me. Melody's a 2 to me.
Thank you, Kamisha. So, yes, you do.
He's proud of you. Melody's a 2 to me.
So this, I mean,
Melody a 2.
Yeah,
Mel fine.
She's 2 to me. Yes.
Mel fine too.
Yes, she's not.
They good looking people.
Ain't nobody.
I haven't seen a bad looking. Yo, Martell.
I've seen bad looking.
All jokes aside,
I've seen a lot
of people be talking about Marcel. I'd be like, Marcel hot. Where he get to talk? I'm toxic though.
Now that's one thing I ain't gonna never take Marcel hot. He's fine. He's fine. And him and Melody made a beautiful couple after you.
Yes.
But,
and that is
not Demeter, not where Mod at. I can't take that smoke.
I don't know where Mod is.
No, I can't take that smoke.
Ask her where the hell she is. Because I don't know where
Thank you, Mark. Martell gets no love. Literally. Martell gets hate all the time.
I love to look at Martell.
Martell gets no love.
Somebody get in the chat and go get her, please. Because she late. She late.
But Mark is right. He don't get no love. Like
I want Mark to come up because I didn't get a chance to get it out because my phone went there when we were on live earlier.
What I need.
That's all I'm saying, Kamisha. That's the part right there. Yeah, that part. Like he ain't gotta do all that talking. He could just work out, come home, take care of the kids, and go in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Martell,
we tell you, Mark, you're right. Martell is not good love. Literally, every time I read a post about Martell, it's nothing but negative things. It's nothing but hatred.
He just sat here and said that he was fine. That's not negative.
He's fine. And you know when he has his kids,
it's like the women. It's like the women act like Martell was cheating on them. Like that's not your man, so the hate he getting like.
I don't feel that way. I'm a reformed cheater myself.
I don't feel that way at all. I just call it how
I understand Martell. I am a reformed cheater. I get it. You gotta own what you done did.
He owned it. He's been owned it. He owned it last season. He's always owned it.
No, he doesn't.
He's acknowledged the
Let me tell you what ownership looks like. You ready for what ownership looks like?
Always.
This is what ownership looks like. I did it. Not I did it because I did it.
He did say he did it. He did say that he did it.
He told us he did it because.
He said he did it because he also said he did it. He acknowledged he did it. He acknowledged that he hurt Mel. He acknowledged Mel's feelings being hurt and her being humiliated. He has done that. So I don't know what show y'all watch it, but I watched the show. That's what the man said it on the show. What y'all want him to cut his arm off? Like he's acknowledged it. Melody has not gotten over it, and she needs to get over it.
Then he keep going and wearing Tank's clothes, and I don't like that.
Thank you, Scott, because y'all refuse to listen to Mel because Martell because Mel cried first. Exactly. Melody played the victim, and y'all bought the victim.
Mr. Scott,
Martell has
brothers and their perspectives on women's opinion.
Thank you.
It's not.
Thank you, Mark.
Like I said, Melody was not, and nobody is perfect in a relationship.
Nobody
tell
said
y'all
So
don't
therefore,
like
I'm sure Melody did things to get on his nerves. The problem I have with Martell is that you decided, instead of working it out with your wife, being mature for your kids, you decide to put your penis in all kind of holes out there in the street.
And
Okay,
especially during the
Lord.
pandemic.
that's my problem with Martell.
That's the exact problem. That's
Well,
all
if
the
Melody
problem right
did her job as a wife, Martell went ahead and still outside the marriage. That's
Nope.
my problem. Because
Nope.
Melody's job as a wife is
We
to make sure
can't
her
say that.
king, because that was her king, that her king was satisfied and happy in that household. Like, it's his job.
Yeah, but he was too busy actually making the money for the family, because we see what he do with the resources.
She refused to do that, and she refused to listen to him, ignore his feelings, and ignore his needs. He got him by somebody else.
Look, this is what happened.
So
that was last season. This season, on Ready to Love.
I know, right?
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Martell will never marry that girl because
he doesn't want
he does not have anything that he wants outside of the bedroom.
Did he say he was gonna marry her? Because I could sworn he said he wanted to marry her.
I just said he's never gonna marry her.
He said he was.
He's never gonna marry her.
He said he was.
He
So I
ain't
don't
marrying her.
Hold on, Mark
He
says
said he
drugs
was.
doing something that many of these daddies did. What you mean?
Really? Who,
Thank you.
what?
Thank you. Thank you. They act like
my dad was in
Yo, Drat. Okay, you know what?
Thank
my
you,
dad's
Mark.
a saint.
Thank you.
My dad's a saint.
Whatever.
My dad wasn't down to the gym during the pandemic when there wasn't no gyms open.
I'm gonna tell y'all, my daddy was a straight up hoe.
Not mine.
Mine probably didn't pass out. She was.
Mine drove.
But I'm gonna get her.
Tractor trailers and honey, every state he probably had him a woman, you know. Yeah, I had a Rolling Stone as a popper, honey.
I mean, come on now. Okay, so let's move on from Martell for a second, because we can go on with him for the whole entire time.
And we argued what 30 minutes over Martell on Instagram.
So Nisa, you wasn't here when we talked about this, so let's circle back to this. The whole how do you feel about Destiny stepping into the studio? Do you think she can sing? Do she got it? Is she better than Mel? How do you
think she needs to dial that down to 10. She got to dial that.
You was here for that either. So how
Destiny, not what I heard tonight. I love Destiny. Destiny, you know I love you, girl, but not what I heard tonight. Maybe she has a better track that I can groove to, but not what I heard tonight. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it all the way real, no matter what. I communicate with the person or not. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. And no, Destiny, not what I heard tonight.
What I heard sound better than anything Melody put out. Melody can't sing.
Lord.
So you think Melody can sing? Did I know that you are selective with your realness? Because Melody can't sing.
If she got some bops, the problem with
that's a lie.
There's a lot of people can't sing. People go into the studio all day and they can't sing. But it's what they put together. Now, what they showed us,
it's about Martell. Every song is about Martell.
What they showed us today of what Destiny was doing does not align well with this career that she said that she's been
pursuing. That's why we're just getting this out first, and then we're gonna let Mark come on. Now, Mark knows everything, because Mark will be interviewing with me at some point. I'm gonna think it's gonna be later on after the season, so we can get whatever else is going on, and me and him gonna have a sit down. But I will let him on in just a little bit.
Now, Mark don't call my daddy.
What I'm gonna do for Destiny is I'm gonna introduce her to Miss Cinnamon. Do you remember Miss Cinnamon from the show on BET? When she was trying to get them together. Do you remember Miss Cinnamon? She's a vocal trainer, and I'm definitely gonna.
You just Melody needs her. Did you refer to Melody?
Welcome, checking you, boo.
Because Melanie
Oh
needs
my,
her, so you
yes.
can refer to Melanie.
This is the thing. You go in the studio, sometimes you sound good, sometimes you sound bad. And then when they finish engineering it and tuning it up, they work it out. What she gave us, like, but when something's gonna be a bop, when you hear it, you hear the little snippet that they show us the best that they got to offer from that little session. And what we received in the moment was not the best that she had to give, because I've seen, over the weeks where she was trying out for shows and such. She has a voice that can carry.
Okay, I've never
notes.
heard anything but what I heard tonight.
And
She sound better. She put out what I heard tonight sounded better than anything Melanie has put out.
Let's look at them individually.
We can't.
Please get the likes up.
Melanie can't sing. Melanie can't sing, and not any amount of auto-tune in the world could ever make Melody sound like a great singer. I'm sorry, and that's being real. I'm not gonna lie and say you can sing as you can.
But how many great singers is out on the market?
There are not that many great singers.
Because it's not great singers anymore. We have auto-tune. So Melody works for Melody because you don't have to sing to put a record. You can sound like trash. And she sounds like trash, so it works because we don't have.
This is very biased. This is very biased.
It's not biased. It's being honest. I'm not gonna lie.
He's biased.
No, I'm being honest.
Checking you,
Melanie can't sing.
She Martell also.
She can't sing.
Why does everybody talk about Martell's cheating but not Melody's?
Thank you.
You want to know why? I can clarify that. If you cheat on me,
go ahead, Goody.
And I get my lick back after we on break.
Now you on break. Okay.
They was on break.
But they were still married, so it don't matter. They were divorced yet. They were still married, so that don't leave me that.
So now we
even. That's bull because
now at that point
reversed.
But then you
if it was reversed,
home a baby.
If it was flipped and Mel cheated on Martell and then Martell said out on her, y'all wouldn't be saying that. Y'all be saying he wrong.
Look, again, I used to be a cheater. I get it.
She definitely cheated, King. But the difference was she moved out, got her own apartment, and I felt like she felt like from that day that they weren't gonna get back together. So she decided she was gonna get it in because she didn't have him to get it in.
She was vulnerable because her husband was
vulnerability. She was married, but I can see it.
I bet you can. You can see her doing it, but it had been, like I said, it was reversed. And Martell was the one that stepped out on her because she cheated on him. Y'all wouldn't see it. He'll be the worst man on earth. It's double standard. I don't like.
It's not about just.
It is a double standard.
Okay, when we get proof in the pudding about Mel cheating,
we have proof.
Come after her.
What's the proof?
That all of that is
about the reunion last season.
Martell right now.
You mean the recording he got? Because if you
if
you were cheating on me,
she said her mouth.
If you asking me questions, did you ever cheat on me? Yep, I cheated on you every time you was cheating on me.
Yes, I did do it. She remotely, proudly said it, so the proof was there.
With my no, but she said I don't consider it cheating because I had moved out and I was getting ready.
Doesn't matter what point of view is just wrong on that because if you're married, technically it's cheating. But you know what I'm saying?
They were separated.
But they're still living married.
I understand they were separated, but they still was man and wife, and she moved out and everything and all that. And I get it, but it's still technically cheating.
Let me give you a little cultural situation. I'm from Barbados. Hey. My culture, people don't get divorced. They just leave I'm not with her. It'd be 30 years if I'm not with her. It'd be 30 years of cheating then, right?
Yes. Like in America, that's cheating.
And that's just, I could tell you about baby. I can't tell you about other cultures, but my understanding is people just be like, yo, we not together no more. And then when the new person pressing them about marriage,
thank you, Mark.
And biblically, it's not right.
Y'all have, because every woman has literally ignored male cheating, only focused on Martell.
She got her lick back.
With Martell, my problem with him and his cheating is that he was so blatant and arrogant and messy about his. He didn't even really try to hide it in the streets. He would take this girl out on dates and stuff and know people seeing them out and stuff like that. That's my problem with him. He was just blatantly disrespectful and doing the
And
most.
he was allowing her to be disrespectful. Do
Right.
what you want, but
You
don't
can't
let
control
nobody.
nobody, so that's the
Yes,
right.
you can. He was controlling her.
He can
pretty
control
well.
somebody.
And
He was like,
then,
He can control somebody now.
and then you know, there's gonna be a baby, abortion,
Thank you,
and
Mark.
another
It
baby.
is. Thank you, Mark. It's always been that way. It's a
Let me
double
take it him.
standard. It's a double standard. But if it was reversed, Martell would be the worst person on the planet Earth. Thank you, Mark. If you do anything before it's finalized, it's officially divorced. It is cheating in America. In Barbados, it's different, but in America, that's how it works.
You know, it's the same in Barbados. It's just, but you know,
Yeah,
black
yeah,
folks
yeah,
don't
yeah,
be getting
it's
divorced
different.
either.
You just said
Alright.
it was
The
different.
divorce prices come down to $249.
But you
But
just said
before,
you
when
just
it
said
was
in Barbados it was
$459,
different.
people
Now I'm
wasn't doing it.
confused.
People
Because you
wasn't
just said
doing it
in
like that.
Barbados
They
it
was
was
just not
different.
together no more.
But you said in Bar, you just said in
Or they
Barbados.
jumped the broom in
I think
reverse.
those situations are crazy. That them still being married after 30 years because, like, say if Martell really wanted to be with that girl, the whole 5 years they were together, okay, before the divorce. If Martell died,
Everything
he
goes
would
down.
have no say so in nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how it goes down. I'm sure that y'all have seen it happen.
Many of times.
Mm-hmm. That's how it happens. I mean,
let's circle back again.
Yeah.
Let's go back to
Destiny
Maurice
was in the
and
booth.
Kimmy and the linebacker situation. So I don't know, Auntie, was you here for that? But how you feel about how he skirted around that whole entire question?
Maurice, you look guilty, baby. You look guilty. I'm sorry. I believe something occurred in Atlanta that you are hiding. I'm sorry, babe. I don't see it for you. You look like you were lying.
What I can
think Maurice
appreciate.
is new to this whole thing, so him sticking up for himself and trying to cover the tracks ain't his best.
I don't believe
he ain't no more Sue.
He
like
ain't
Marcel lies with a straight face. Okay, but baby, when I saw Maurice and how he was almost shaking, I said, "No, boy."
Well, this is the thing. What I can appreciate about that scene is the very direct way Kimmy said, "Look, you told me if I ask a direct question, you're gonna give me a direct answer. Don't take me to Robin Hood's barn. I'm back to happen or not. Let me know. Let me know what I have to deal with." What she's saying is, let me know how am I presenting this to
exactly,
because your brother done aired it out.
Exactly.
And you didn't make it look good by lying, but now this is what we have to deal with. Right. That would have died down with the reunion. The picture didn't help nothing.
And the way
so let me know how I have to position this argument.
I said, what they teach you in law school, brother, because
he can't
you wouldn't be no good on the stand. Because if I were a juror guilty, no, baby, you did it. You did it. And he didn't think it was cheating because technically they weren't married.
It wasn't though, because I feel like Kim was a side chick, so she had no reason to be mad. So her reaction to it was
they
one.
Already addressed that.
I don't believe she was a side chick.
You couldn't be mad because you can't be mad if you a side chick.
I don't believe she
was her reaction gave me that because she was like, you know what? She wasn't as angry because she knew in the back of her mind where I was a child chick. So I can't be angry because we were dating. I was his side piece at the time, so that he was doing. I can't be angry because if she really
see, don't do that. Don't do that.
Like upset, we was all
that there was like a year in between of him dating.
She was a side chick.
And him dating Kimmy.
She was a side chick, and she knew it. That's why she didn't get
mad.
What
is a blondie, Mark? What do you mean by that? A blondie? What is that? Talk about Maurice's. Look, Maurice did not know what he was doing. He did not know how to cover up his own.
I'm just giving my opinion. And my opinion is, looking at his face, is that he was lying. I study body language.
He know more to the story. I agree. He knew.
It's something else. It's something else to that story. Something went down if it won't nothing but they brought some girls back to the room and maybe he didn't do it. Something went down.
That's what I agree with
Not
you.
saying.
Something went down. I agree. Something happened, and he may have not done anything, but he knew something happened with Marcel and Martell.
Because that face said guilty, guilty, guilty.
Look,
Okay.
that's my and she was a side chick. Mark.
Well, I'm not. I missed that. Mr. Scott's not in here just saying stuff about his brother. I don't stand by that. Like, I can't be aligned with you talking bad about your kinfolk. That's whack.
Right.
That's one.
Oh Lord.
Like it won't no problem. Like, how do you throw your brother under the bus for your
for a chuckle?
Are y'all shocked? It's Mark.
brother.
Are you shocked?
It's for a chuckle.
It's like if I was Tisha, I'd be looking at him sideways. Like, I know you do me anyway in the street.
She can't look at him sideways. He will take her head and put it where he wanted to go.
And it's
If
like
he answers like a lawyer, shouldn't he be answering it like a husband? Because he ain't Kimmy's lawyer, he's Kimmy's husband.
But he's in lawyer mode when he's questioning.
He wasn't in lawyer mode because he would have lost that case.
No, because he was in lawyer mode because he was in lawyer mode because he was in lawyer mode because he deflected and he deflected and tried to get her off the subject. So he was actually in lawyer mode. He was thinking like a lawyer.
That's not a good lawyer.
Deflect from answering the question. So
that wasn't it. I mean, the dog. She said the dog on and bite him. He's a liar.
He deflected, so he
Maurice,
Kimmy and Maurice.
Get you a refresher course before you try any cases, baby. If that was his lawyer move, okay.
I'm deflecting. He was deflecting, so he was. I call it lawyer move because he was deflecting from the answering the question, and Kimmy obviously bought into his deflection, and she moved on from it, and because she knew she was a side chick.
Still was looking sideways. Did you see that face whenever he kissed her on the cheek?
Look, Kimmy,
and like I said, she moved on.
She's trying to figure out how I got a position.
Kimmy was like this
because your brother done made this a problem.
And she let it go.
So what am I saying to the public? Tell me what it is, so I ain't got no surprises coming. That's what she's saying.
Exactly.
I don't want no more surprises.
I felt like when she gave that date, she was giving herself some wiggle room. So if something did come out that he really did do something that weekend, he could say we weren't married. You know what I'm saying? So,
but she can't get mad because she was a side chick, so she can't get mad. That's why she throughout the date because she want to make sure that can clarify to the world. If after this date, if he did it, I'll be mad because she knew. But pre that date, we were dating. I was just a side piece. We was getting together, whatever. So yes, and I respect Kimmy for that because Kimmy she know what it is. I respect that.
So Shay, you think Kimmy was a side chick?
I wholeheartedly believe. Oh yes, I believe she was.
I don't think so.
I believe she was. She was team side chick all day.
And
I support side chicks. I'm team side.
I don't think that Kimmy.
I support her.
Her old personality will allow her to be a side chick.
I don't think
she was a side chick. Her personality got nothing to do with it because she was.
It ain't about her birthday. It's about the way she aligns herself.
I said her personality has nothing to do with it.
She's a principled individual.
She is, but she was a side chick, principal side chick individual. So.
Come on, really?
Yes, and I love a side chick. I'm here for the side chick.
What you love about a side chick?
The side chick I win.
Don't say the name. Don't say her lightness. Don't say her lightliness.
Don't say the L word. The L word.
They're winning. Side chicks are in.
Where is the proof that
did you watch last season? Did you not watch last season, boo?
The entire thing.
Yeah, so where is your proof that Kimmy was a side chick?
Did you watch last season, boo? Because if you watched last season, you would know.
You
would know their timeline of when they got together. And Maurice was still legally married to Kyle. They were going through a divorce. He was still legally married to this woman. So, and him and Kimmy were together. She was a side chick. She may not like the title, but she was a side chick. It's what it is.
You married MJ? MJ be cheating. He was like, the ones that are married are not cheaters. However,
of course, she gonna say that you a Sky. Of course. You better represent the Sky family. You better represent.
Jasper, you make me sweat every time we get on the live together.
Every single time we just
like my head just starts sweating.
Okay,
And
what
that's
you
what
want
I'm
to
saying,
call?
Mark. Kimmy is built on fundamentals. She
She's a
ain't
principled
Yeah.
woman.
The
Kimmy is
broken
cool.
fundamentals, honey. She was a side chick. It's okay. I found a new name for it. She was a supporter. She was a supporting woman on the side. I want a side chick for Maurice.
So like a supporting actress, huh? So
Yeah.
you relegate her to
So
a supporting actress.
she was working for the main role, and she was getting the scripts, and she was working to get that main lead. And Kyle lost her part, and she had to be replaced. And Kimmy got the role because she did a good job as a supporting, being a good friend, advocate for Maurice. He was able to go with her, cry on her shoulders, or whatever until that situation was gone, and make love to her, and they did their thing, whatever. And then he got the role of the main wife, and now she's
Yo, he took it to the Harlequin.
hot now, honey.
They made love.
The most.
I'm here
I
for it.
swear for goodness.
I'm here for it, honey. She
Okay.
got that
Okay,
penis.
okay,
Oh,
Mark.
Lord.
I'm about to send you the link. We about to
Oh,
let
Lord.
Mark. Let me tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Behave yourself, because I know how
Please.
you are. I've talked to
Please.
you too goddamn much.
And
Behave
can
yourself.
we get a little alleged banner going?
Don't be respectful, Mark. Okay?
Because
I'm
Nisi,
sending you the link to your
Aunt Nisi, y'all go to
my
Instagram. Aunt Nisi.
so all my
Entertainment
statements
Uncut.
are alleged.
I don't know these people. All
Yeah,
I know
Entertainment
is what happened
Uncut.
in Barbados.
Y'all go to Entertainment Uncut.
fair use commentary, alleged.
Yes,
all my
alleged,
statements.
honey.
Okay, all right.
Yes, all
I
statements
am so
are
done. Y'all killing me.
opinions.
I cannot. But
If you have any issues, go to Entertainment Uncut.
He done say he ain't fit to behave. You heard?
Yes.
He not fitting to behave.
all I know is whatever.
Father God, help us in the name of Jesus.
So do y'all think that, so while we waiting while I'm sending this to Mark, so do y'all feel that, okay, so Mel is about to have this pajama party,
Mm-hmm.
and Tish nor Destiny is invited.
I think that was kind of messy because
It was messy.
And she told Kimmy,
Why
don't
would
say
I invite
nothing
him?
to him. How
It
y'all
was,
feel
it
about
was,
that?
I'm
I
saying
feel
messy.
like
It was
her and
shady.
Tisha ain't been vibing for a minute, but you know, her and Destiny had that sit down.
I don't want her at my house.
You know what I'm saying? But they had a sit down. Everything was
She sat down, and I think what she told her in that moment was, "This is a wrap for me. I don't have the trust." Now, you know, whether she cheated or not, when dude brought a baby back into the equation during the pandemic, her level of trust is broken, and as a result, you can't just she got trust issues, and the trust issues she had, you want that woman at her house.
Well, Melton must be bipolar then, because one minute y'all cool, and next minute now you
That's
mad.
how friendships are.
Now you mad at her. Now you don't want to invite her to your space. Now
That's the enemy, and she got to get in front of that enemy.
That's the most
I think
bipolar.
Sorry about the
invited
microwave right now. I'm trying to
Destiny,
invite Mark in.
I understand about you know, Tisha, because her and Tisha ain't been vibing.
That's different, but her and Destiny were like friends for years, and they were
right.
So
they've been friends for 5 years.
Invited
a long time. She held Melody down when Melody and Martell going through what she was going through. Melody crowded this woman ears. This woman was
but then this woman didn't trust Melody enough to tell Melody her business. Like they're not really friends. She don't want her at her house, and I don't want to be where I don't want.
You can't be at your house 1 minute and then be. You can't be cool. You can't.
Yes, you can. You can absolutely do that.
Now you hate me. Well, we're cool, but now you hate
her. She just don't want her over at her house.
Now you mad at me. Now you got beef with me, but she don't want it with Destiny. That ain't what she wants. So I need her to redirect her energy to somebody.
Why she don't want it with Destiny? What's gonna happen with her to get it with Destiny?
That's why Tiffany course corrected, because she didn't want them issues.
What's the issues? The hands?
Was correct. Having drama with
hands?
Destiny, because Destiny was her friend. That was her friend. So to be mad at your friend, you have a problem with your friend to this extent.
If I want you over my house, you're not coming to my house.
When you want to ice them out because you're mad, that's just petty, because they're grown women. So you have an issue with Destiny. Why you not invited there, and you can have a
I don't want you over my house because I have an issue with you, and I'm trying to have a good time with these ladies.
That's petty.
Okay, it's petty. You could be petty over your house.
That brunch together, and she said, "Yeah, I'm willing to work."
Thank you, checking you. Thank you, checking you.
She should have at least extended her invite.
No.
Let her
For what?
decide whether she wants to come or
Okay,
not.
y'all. I'm about to let Mark in, and I don't even like the way he's smiling in the background.
Oh
Mark,
Lord, let me.
behave yourself, okay?
I know, Mark.
Oh Lord, don't make me regret this. Do not. This is my first freaking live in this show. Do not.
You
Here
finna
you go.
regret
Okay.
this.
Queens, how y'all doing?
What's up, Mark?
Hello.
How you
How y'all
doing,
doing?
darling?
Hi.
So tell me, what
So-
you want to say about everything that we have talked about thus
About
far?
this episode.
Okay,
About this episode.
start
We know
off
you
with the
know
episode.
things that we don't know because you're part of the family and all that stuff.
No, I don't.
But
See,
let's just talk about what you think about the show that
I
we
would
talked
just say
about
this.
so
I
far,
hold
and then
no
we'll get
punches
into
for
the
my
background
family.
if you want to go on
Like,
with that.
I keeps it real. I keeps it real, son.
So real. That's why I'm scared you here.
The thing is, one, when it came to the Marshall showing the thing, Marshall's just joking like that. Marshall is he's really jokey. Marshall is clueless, oblivious. There's a better word, oblivious. Marshall is oblivious.
He's too
when
smart
it
to be
comes
oblivious,
to
though.
like the kind of jokes he tells. He tells the kind of jokes to be
He has
like,
the right sense of humor.
right. He's dark. Marshall
I get it.
dark, quick, intelligent sense of humor. And I think one of the problems was when he did it, Maurice came out more deflective. Than it was like Maurice answered a question, but the question that Maurice answered wasn't tied to the picture. If you go back and look at the show, they said, "Did you ever see Martell and Ariane together?" And Maurice was like, "No," because that's not the kind of stuff Maurice checks for. He's not looking for that. Was he there? He's clearly there. But Maurice is the kind of person who comes and you ever been waiting on somebody to pick you up and they drive right past you because they're not looking around the street? That's Maurice's ass. Maurice will be there and be like, "Oh, I didn't even know that she was there for Martell." I don't think he was trying to lie. It's just Maurice is a stay in your own lane kind of dude. And so when you ask a stay in your own lane kind
of
See the devil working on you, Mark.
Yeah, when you lie, the devil, no, that's God working.
it's not lying. If you're not paying attention, like I've probably seen Ariane maybe before, but I don't know who the hell she is. I don't know who she there for.
Please stop using her likeliness.
Ariane.
I'm just saying, if I saw her, I wouldn't know who the hell she was because I'm not checking for her. That's kind of who Reese is. Marceau, on the other hand, Marceau's a observant.
So you saying Martell got a whole wife at home, but yet he's hugged up on another woman, and you ain't.
Did y'all
gonna notice that?
I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how it is, and go back and you can see the brother's actions. Go back to my Marcus. Y'all know who Marcus is?
There's a fifth brother?
No, Martell when he get drunk.
Oh, Mark, are you talking about Melody brother?
I remember when he was at Maurice's bachelor's party and he turned into Marcus and he grabbed the mic and he like, "Woo!"
Oh yeah.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Oh, see y'all don't. Okay, I need to be with people who remember this show. Like
I remember.
They go God working
again. Look, those was in my high days. Okay.
I'm just saying. Marcus was at the strip club. He was dancing and talking, and Marceau was the one watching out. Maurice didn't even care. Maurice was just enjoying himself. So if you just go back to that scene, you'll see how the two people act. Maurice is in his lane, and Marceau is kind of like Marceau.
Out of curiosity,
big brother.
What gives Marceau the skill to be the perfect wingman for a cheater?
What gives Marceau the skill to be a perfect cheater?
Wingman.
Marceau's
not a cheater. You said he was the one on guard.
Let me say it like this: Marceau's going to let you be a grown man. Marceau is not a, "Hey dog, you need to stop this." Marceau is going to let you be your own man.
Marcel said he was like, "Hey, dog, you need to stop this." That's what he said.
He didn't say that while he was doing it. He pulled him to the side at the end of the night, like, dog, you doing too much. But at the same time, what I'm not gonna do to a grown man, Marcel is not gonna go to a grown man and tell a grown man, "Hey, you need to stop." That's what wives would want us to do.
Is that your philosophy?
Hell yeah, you grown, nigga. If you listen to this, I use
okay, so we got another male
Scarface
on the panel. Okay.
Scarface said, "I do my dirt by my lonely," because I don't want no witnesses. So if you make that bed, guess what you finna do, bro? You got to lie in it. Well, man, how come you ain't stopped me? Because I'm not your God. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your wife. I ain't got to stop you. If you have no self-control, hang yourself. That's on you. You got to.
He have been looking out for his brother. Like if he felt he was doing too much.
Maurice would have got out of pocket. Okay, he would have curved.
Okay, so
but the rest of us, like Marcel did this on the live the other night. They said, "What about your brother Mark?" He said, "That's a grown man." We not here to check each other.
Okay, I understand that, but now the reunion happens.
Listen to this.
Marcel finds a picture, and he's like, "You know what?
It's funny. It's funny.
It's funny to you as well."
How is that funny though?
No, okay, so wait a minute. How many of you are there? How many of you are there? I'm one of 6.
Brothers, right?
It's 5 guys and 2 girls.
Okay, so y'all are 7. Okay, so each of you know.
No.
Each of you know the disposition of the other. The disposition. You grew up with each other, correct?
We grew up with each other, but
okay, so you know the disposition. You know that was going to make Maurice uncomfortable. So this happens. What do? You look at you laugh.
So
you thought it was funny.
I drop a lot of stuff about Mel and all of this. Do I, like he said, I'm not caring about y'all comfort. It's funny to me. What's funny to me,
and that's a problem.
Okay, so
it's a problem.
Okay, so he don't care about y'all. Okay, but what about his wife at home with his kids when he's in Africa? He didn't care about that.
And let me tell you,
you dropped the bomb, and now you in Africa, and your wife got to deal with the kids and the life.
Okay, so here's the other part. This is what.
Look, his ass would have came home.
You got to know your husband.
All his clothes and garbage bags.
You have to know your husband. You have to know your wife. Tisha didn't seem stable with the
Well,
with the
okay. So here's the problem, and here's one of the issues. This social media bullying thing, the millimeters, woo, they serious. And so the problem is,
but they didn't do that. Her husband did it.
Would Marcel have thought it was funny if it was done to him?
Yeah, because it's not true. Because there's no. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna give y'all exactly what happened. I don't know if y'all was watching social media at the time. Ariane dropped linebackers, and Maurice instantly says, "If you got linebackers, drop them out." Maurice is like, Marcel's like, whatever. I
get that.
Okay, did y'all see
I have a similar sense of humor. But the millimeters ain't the ones who dropped the picture that could have caused strife in their own house.
No. Did you see the other part that Marcel dropped?
Yeah, Marcel's the one who did it.
No. I'm saying, did you see the other one he dropped?
The other picture?
The throwback picture with Maurice as the quarterback at A&M.
Yes, I saw
when he said, "Don't sack the quarterback." So that's what I'm saying. He's being funny.
I didn't even get that at the time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Only linebacker sacked the quarterback.
We know
that's
football.
What I'm saying. You gotta see
we get all of that, but it's not funny. Funny at the cost of what? For what?
When you have dark humor, and this
I have dark humor.
Okay, but I'm saying,
and he comes
when you have Marcel
on the other people's posts.
When you have
so now that's cool when I'm shooting shots outside, but I'm not taking the gun and putting it up in my house.
Okay. Ellen V said that Marcel think it was funny when they said about Marcel having
he probably thought that was hilarious.
Marcel, did you hear what Marcel said to Wanda directly to her face? You'll be a side baby grandma. I'm just saying, y'all not gonna get it because it's not the.
He thought it was funny. But
He
you
thought
think it was funny when
Well,
you didn't think it was funny when Maurice was like,
he's oblivious.
when Maurice was like, if I put a crib, took a picture of a crib outside and said,
Martha
hey,
was like,
outside kids. No, he was like, oh, you're going too far. You're going too far.
Because if you looked at it, that part actually hurt Tisha.
All of it hurts Tisha. Marcel's just trying to build her into somebody who don't get
How
hurt.
do you know what hurt Tisha and what doesn't? Like, where is the fine line with that?
And that's what at the table was a kind of awakening to somebody who's oblivious. It's not just fans can't say it, people can't say it. The people who you actually love and care it's a kind of an intervention. So you got to get him in the room, and that's kind of what they were doing at the table. They were like, Marceau, while you don't see this, this is how we feel.
And he has Tisha trained to be like, no, because it doesn't bother me. It bothers you. Your voice.
It bothers her.
She cried.
Listen, if y'all could see, it bothers her in the moment that the camera's on.
So she's acting.
Huh?
So is she acting? So it's the character? So she's
authentic.
It's okay. And so one of the part of the things that I think about the show, or what I know about the show, is when they're talking to you, they're also talking to you at a time when something happens, and have y'all ever had an argument and then the argument is over and then they bring it back up and now you remember all the feelings to the argument, but you also think about the slick shit you wanted to say during the argument, but it's over. So it's kind of like that. It's not scripted, but it's kind of already happened. And so we need to replay it in your head. And so it's a hurtful thing. It's a hurtful thing to think that your husband could actually have an outside kid. But if you kind of know Marceau's kind of crazy about his kids. MJS's Scott kids are special. So it's kind of funny to think that I got more kids out there that ain't nobody.
But why is the crib?
And a lot of people feel that Marcel is very good at what he does by hiding stuff.
Okay, so I'm not worried about if he's cheating. Let me ask you another question now.
Go ahead.
The Scott kids are special. Kimmy got a child.
Right.
Kimmy has a child who now has to look at Maurice like, yo, fam, you was out there disrespecting my mother? Because this is what it's feeling like your brother is saying.
Plus, he's in high school, right?
Nah, he grown.
He's in college.
That's not even, I'm not even talking about Maurice's
Jalen.
I'm talking about.
Jalen.
That's a grown man sitting in a house with another grown man who could have possibly been cheating and doing his mama dirty. What of that?
It's a fair question. It's a fair question, but it's also new to. This is their first time on reality show.
No, but this is their fourth year. Let's play.
No, fourth season.
Fourth season, third year.
Is still new.
You ain't new to this. You ain't new to this aspect of it because.
Oh yeah, you knew.
Rock's been coming at the household.
Yeah,
for at least 12 months.
The different rocks that have been coming at the house is we don't like the Scott rocks. We don't y'all be into this. Y'all ain't bowing down hard enough. Your forehead don't hit your knees when it comes
so
to
the issue we have
this
here
is a new
is
thing.
when a Scott takes a rock and throws it at his own house. Is it that y'all want to live over in the Timberland forest?
Like this is deep down low and dirty.
I'm trying
throw your own brother under the bus for your music.
It's not a rock to him.
It's not a rock to him. But it hits everyone else like a rock.
Right. To everybody else, it's a rock.
So he's insensitive to the feelings of others. He lacks empathy.
He's oblivious. I just said that. He's oblivious when it comes to some of the things he says. And that's what they were doing at the table, is trying to show him, hey, even in so if you look at
you're making him sound like a sociopath.
Okay, so where are you in the line?
It's just somebody who does.
Where are you in the line? Are you the last? You in the middle?
I'm the first.
You the first. So as the big brother, where do you? I know he a grown man, but he doing like he's moving wild. He's moving mad. That's how Kojo said. He's moving mad. What do you say as the big brother? Like, fam, this ain't it,
bruh. You are the captain of your house. If you think that's cool with you and your wife, then do you. Because at the same time,
however, there are other wives and other homes. It's not just his house.
Maurice and Marcel are best friends. Okay,
of course.
So while Marcel moves sometimes, it's kind of like it's the hardest thing to do to see between two best friends have an issue like this. Because to one of them, it's like, hey man, you pushed it a little too far. And so they sit down at the table. It's like, I did? My bad, bro. I ain't see it that way. Won't do it again. And it's done. It's not a, people are making them seem more, here's the thing. Him and Maurice probably already have had this conversation. So, but they have to rehab this conversation. Hey man, that's too far. All right, for real? Yeah, well, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Man, make sure that don't happen no more. All right, cool. Done. It's that simple. Now, between two best friends and two brothers, it's that simple.
So my sister's my best friend. Sometimes we are in the most tense situations.
To Kimmy and Tisha, we need to, while y'all two know the truth, y'all need to reassure us. And so I'm gonna show you this, and this is what I'm saying. Marcel is oblivious to how he throws it out. Maurice is oblivious to how he responds. Maurice should have just said, "No, babe, it's not there." But Maurice, the same way Marcel is dark humored and oblivious. Maurice is also lawyer. Like, he also has that. Do we even need to have a question? You ought to know my lawyer.
That's the dynamic between them as brothers privately. This is being viewed in front of the whole entire world, whatever you want to call it.
Who and it's you are is who you
completely
are.
Different.
Who they are. If you look at it, if y'all think about it, just go back the whole show. Maurice hasn't really been. He's not cognitive of what Kimmy actually wants or sees. Like when she says, "Hey, the whole thing is gonna land on me." Maurice doesn't see that. Maurice is oblivious in his own. He's a blonde.
But if she asks him a straight question, he should be able to give her.
That's what I'm saying. And like that's what I'm saying. Maurice is a blonde when it comes to some of his answers. Like Marcel said at the table, bro, you were there.
He looked like a blonde and a cheater.
Going up. I don't think they're both blondes. They're both oblivious in their own way.
As the eldest brother, you're the lead.
You said what?
As the eldest brother, you're the lead. You're the one that they look up to. Yeah, they've looked up to you.
Lead Mark Scott.
You are the eldest brother.
Lead Mark Scott.
Your younger sibling.
You are the eldest brother.
Mark Scott.
You are the
lead Mark Scott.
If your parent, when you was 11, if your parents had to leave the house and you were there, they were looking at you like, "Yo, check this out. Make sure they don't burn down my house," right?
And I would lead Mark Scott and proceed to burn the fucking house down.
That's seeming
I'm trying to tell you the one thing one of the most beautiful things about this, we all Libras. We all get in our lane and we stay in our lane. We are in our lane.
He still sound like a psychopath. And making
wait.
You sound like a sociopath.
We gotta be sociopaths because we just don't go with the same system. Well, this is what I don't understand. Soon as people don't understand us, we got to get labels that make us.
I get individuality. I totally get individuality.
We just individuals.
However, I believe that in every family, again, especially with a plethora of children, you do have a line order. And as the eldest sibling, I could think that you would be controlling anyone, but I would think that if they are blonde,
we 1 year apart.
Or you're wearing a hat. Are you blonde as well, sir?
Yeah. So I want to know that.
Blonde
how
when
is
it comes
everyone
to
spaced apart from age?
I'm blonde when it comes to people's feelings about me.
You lack empathy.
Okay.
No, I don't lack empathy. I lack a damn.
You're indifferent.
I'm searching for it.
You're indifferent.
Somebody please
Mark,
like
how is everyone spaced apart in age? You're the oldest. Who's next?
Yeah,
and
we
how
1 year
old?
apart. So when you 1 year apart, it's not like I got so much lead on them.
It's
that
like
I'm
a year and 3
leader.
months. It's the same in my household. So I totally you're not telling me anything that's foreign.
Me and Maurice are the same age for 13 days.
Irish twins.
Yeah, so for 13 days, you know what Maurice tells me? You can't tell me what to do. So that's what I'm saying. And so if me and you can't tell each other what to do, then you do you. You gotta just make sure so here's the thing. I was the wild child. I'm gonna get in trouble. Maurice was I may join you, I may not. Marcel gonna sit back and look at it and say, I'm not, that's not for me. Y'all finna get y'all ass tore up. Now the problem is I may have done it, but they got to get their ass whooped because we all three go in pecking order. And so
how you watch your brother do that? You should have stopped your brother from doing that. You want to prevent
that?
So now what we're asking you is how you watch your brothers do this.
He low key like watching them get a whooping.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't like them getting whooped.
Yes, it was. It was fun.
That's a whole nother thing. We're just the thing is this: we're all trying to find our identity, so we're not about to stop nobody from doing. I'm in construction. Marcel's in construction. Maurice is a goddamn lawyer. It's like you went your own path. We all go different ways to get where we kind of want to be. So it's not really no checking you, especially when your brother says, I got this. Oh, you got it? You got it. You got it. Good. What do you do to a person? What do you do to a man when a man says, this is my own way and I'm going to go that shit? Nothing. You just sit back and support him the best you can. Now, when he gets out of pocket like he did, they brought him to the table. They sat him down at the table. That's the
Where's
best.
Micah in the line? Because I like this Micah Scott. I like him.
You like who?
Micah, that's his name?
Woo!
Yes, the other. What's that laugh for?
This is recorded, right?
I'm just saying.
Yes.
This is recorded. I can't wait till we come back and you see more of Micah later. You're going to realize Scott,
yeah, it's clear to us that Scott men have a thing.
We have our own thing, so Rob,
y'all definitely do.
Saying
we definitely get that. Trust
I guess the thing is this: we respect each other's we uniqueness, even if it's slightly offended. It's slightly offensive to people, but within the Scott family, it's not.
I get it. So what's a 10 for other people is a 5 for you, and vice versa. I get it.
If you look at Marcel, people telling us, people talk like people. I got a lady in my DMs tonight. You need to leave Mel alone. Like, can you make me? Okay, you can't make me. Then keep it in the comment section. That's all I'm saying. It's one of those things where we have our own lane, and it's funny to us. We've been telling we were the poor kids. I don't mean poor.
How many people does it take to tell y'all that it's not funny to them for y'all to?
Oh, if it's not fun, if you tell me a joke and it's not funny,
it
I'm going to tell that joke more often just because you shouldn't have said
that. The only response is different.
Okay, can somebody please put that definition of sociopath?
That's not sociopath.
And psychopath in the comments, please.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Just because I'm a sociopath, everything I say tonight is going to be sociopathic just for you. I'm going to need you to hashtag because I'm not a sociopath. Obviously, I can have this conversation.
I think that you're
understand what you're
abrasive
saying. The difference is you want me to care like you care, and I don't.
I get it. I feel you on all of that. I just feel like y'all are abrasive.
We definitely. I don't
corrosive,
insensitive.
No, not all the time insensitive. Sometimes insensitive. Like I sympathize with what Mel's going through.
How do you feel about chauvinism? Like, would you embrace that word?
I think there's a difference between chauvinism and traditionalism.
Are you
think about?
Okay, it's a thin line, though, right?
It's a thin line when you're controlling it when you're abusive. And so the difference is, I'm not going to abuse you with my traditional, or I'm not going to abuse you with my leadership. But if in every ounce of leadership, there's some control and some protection. If you think about this, if you say the only way for me to protect you is you got to obey these rules, it sounds controlling. But if you get outside of these rules, I can't protect you no more. If you do something on foreign soil, America just ain't got the power to protect you. But if you are on American soil, they can protect you from some would-be BS.
We getting the Scottisms. We see where Marcel got that. That's the Scottism. Because if somebody call you a dog, you don't bark.
Like that's what I'm
It's it's Marceau.
Well, whoever.
I'm
Marceau
no, you a sociopath because you insensitive to his name.
Marceau Messi is his name.
There we go. Marceau. High five. My girl. You being a sociopath with my brother.
Anyway, I asked you a question. Are you married?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been married?
Y'all know I've been married. My ex-wife.
But just clarify it. People in the chat may not know. Just want to clarify it up. You have been married before.
No, I've been married before. I've been down the path.
Do you have children?
I have 2 daughters, beautiful daughters.
Did you cheat?
No.
Okay.
When I commit, I'm not gonna. That's the thing. When I commit, when I have shifted through the hay and I found that needle, you got to be faithful with that.
Okay. Did you like Destiny's song in the booth?
I think they are.
And do you think she can sing better than Mel?
I can't compare it. I can't compare it because I really truthfully.
He's not in Mel's demo.
Melody has more of a her family kind of pushed her more into that thing. I think all women have an ability to get in there and do to sing something. I don't know what, I didn't hear the whole song, so I can't say she can or can't sing. What I can say is that she's trying something, she's attempting something, and
it's therapeutic.
And we won't know if it's her bag or not.
Okay, so this is the thing. You mentioned that Mel had 30 songs about Marceau, right? Isn't it fair to assume that she needed that level of therapy?
Oh Lord, now she's gonna take what you just said. No, she did not. No.
And here's where Shay comes back.
Yeah, because I knew she was gonna spin it. I knew she was gonna spin when you said
no, because you said Mel has 30 songs about Martell.
Right.
And she may very well. Would you not agree that that's fair to? She's working through it.
I think
the
problem is this, and if anybody, I can clear up my whole problem with Mel.
Okay.
Right now, and anybody can ask you, don't claim healed and have these 30 songs publicly.
Okay, so here's the thing about that. Maybe those 30 songs got her.
You said what?
Maybe those 30 songs got her from unhealed to healed. And
right.
there is such a thing as taking it till you make it. Now, Marceau did say something the other day in an interview that makes sense. He mentioned that Martell, Likeliness, and Melody had something in common. They were fighters that were going to swing, and they were all people who cared about the way that they presented to the world. So that makes sense.
Perfectionists.
That makes sense.
They
so
are.
She's trying to fake it till she makes it.
The problem is this. The problem with fake. When I got divorced, one of the things, and this right here, I'm gonna be transparent. When you get divorced, you are trying to rebound. You are trying to look okay. You are trying. Once you accept it, you are trying to swing for the fences. I need to be back on the top ASAP. I don't want people to see me broken, especially when
welcome to the chat, boo.
When you are why do y'all anyway? I don't when you are trying to bounce back, you want to have this image.
Yes,
if you were here, you get knocked down here. You want people to see that you're back up here again.
You're showing good faith.
Right, but the problem is this. You can't do both of these at the same time. You can't say, I'm healed, then make the most derogatory song, and then say, in the name of God, I'm healed again.
It's her life. Why can't she sing about her life?
Thank you.
I can see your perspective, and that makes sense. But sometimes when you're fighting for your healing, You don't even know what it looks like until you have some distance.
And so this is where
and
the
not
other
to
problem
mention
comes
she
in.
has 4 kids
She
that
has
look
to,
just like
she
him
has to
running
have
around the
a
house.
sit down at the mica table for some people to say, "Hey, sis, you're making it. You're not. Your comeback. You're stepping back. You're oblivious to how you're diluting your comeback." And
But
that's
this is the thing.
You say what?
This is the thing. That the first album was about the pain. Maybe the second album will be about the healing. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
No, second album.
Right, but you can't. Here's the thing, and I get it, and this is my other problem.
Okay.
You are using people's hurt to propel you. That's
who's hurt.
That's her hurt.
Everybody who's been cheated on.
That's her
people.
hurt.
You mean the public? You mean her demographic?
I'm saying the millimeters.
That's what he's saying.
Okay,
What
so
I'm
this
saying
is
is
the thing.
she
That's
uses
who.
their hurt.
When you have a demographic, you speak to your demographic. When you have people who now this is the I don't know where she is with it, and this is where I would fault her for what she's doing. You can whatchamacallit? Natalie Cole was doing drugs like a motherfucker. And then she did an interview about being clean. And she was high in the interview she did about being clean.
I agree.
That right there is messed up. So if you saying I've been there too and I've healed, but you have not truly healed, that's not fair to the people.
That's fair. If you're only doing,
you have to show them the real thing, because as you well know, as a divorcee, you need if someone could show you a map to your healing, that would be the best thing they could do for you.
And so you know what? And so here's the problem. And this is I am not a Christian for this reason. You can't say God said and then act a complete ass against what God said. That's you.
But who is it to say what God said to her and what God said to her?
Who are you to tell her when to heal?
No,
okay, this is what I'll say. I'm a Christian, but I ain't church folk.
We're asking more of what I'm saying out of the situation.
So this is what I'll say to that, because I heard everything you said and I'm taking from it. I'm a Christian, I ain't church folk. Sometimes God says something to you. God said go. But the first time God speaks to you, you might get halfway, but you might go back. Your walk with Christ, not church folk. I'm not church folk, but my walk with Christ is very individual. I didn't leave every time I was told to leave, and I didn't walk exactly how I was supposed to walk, but I got where I was going. Some time.
That's fair. That is totally fair for you to walk that way and for you to walk slow and walk in disobedience. What I'm saying is this: you can't take 45,000 people with you and say, "Hey, y'all, I'm following God." It's what is messing the name of the church up.
I'm not church folk.
But you follow God in your own way. That doesn't mean just because she's following God, they got to follow her the way she follows God.
Okay, I agree with you. But if TD Jakes starts smoking weed, it's going to mess his ministry up. I'm just saying. We may not
nobody find out.
Right. No, I'm not saying.
I mean, but if you're not church folk, how are you going to dictate what church folk should do?
Because I'm not a police officer, I get to say what police officers should do. I know Derek Chauvin was in the wrong, and he claimed police officer.
I'm following the Scott logic. I speak Kanye. I swear I do.
I'm saying if you hold the title, you have to hold the title higher, or don't claim the title. Here's the thing. Martell, none of the rest of the cast are claiming God. None of the class is claiming God. So if they act a fool, I expect them to act a fool. There's one person claiming God.
God's claiming the person who's claiming God and the people who ain't. God's claiming the ass and the people walking straight. God, we all belong to him.
No. We're not. I'm saying the title.
Let me hear what you
title. Everyone is
you
different.
got your hand up, boo. Go ahead.
My church finger up. I'm sorry. But how are you going to dictate and say what somebody should be doing with their life.
Can y'all hold 1 second?
You put us on hold.
I'll say right there. Hold
Turn
on.
off the key. Where you going?
Behave. Whatever you about to do, I told yours.
Like, I just don't get it. Like, they cool with the dark humor and the dark comedy, but somebody can't have a bad day and thinking about their
Did I make these rules for her, or did this make the rules for her? I didn't make the rules for her. I didn't make these. I didn't write nothing in
When
here.
you went to get the Bible fit?
But because this is what you claiming you follow.
But I'm not getting
okay.
them people on the cover. Where you got that Bible from?
That's King James.
I'm a United States Marine.
I know, but that's the King James
Marine.
Which version?
I'm a United States Marine. There's a
that explains
way
a
I had
lot.
to act in
That
order
just
to stay a Marine.
explained a lot about you. Okay, thank you for saying that.
I'm just saying,
Janice Christopher, welcome to the chat.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna affiliate yourself with a certain,
so these are why
Derek Chauvin because he didn't follow his oath.
So these are your two problems with Mel: that she's not really healed, and she's telling people she is, and she's using God's name in vain. That's what you're saying. These are the two issues.
Yeah.
So is it fair? Is it fair to say that that's really not any of your business?
It's wait a second. Hold on. What we're saying is not my business for her to put her business out there. That she
no, that's not what it said. That's not what it said. You said that the Scott brothers do what the Scott brothers want to do,
but they don't claim that they. Wait a second.
It don't matter what they claim because they don't feel like
it. What they claim.
They don't want to.
No. What I'm saying is this: they don't claim to have.
They don't want to.
Wait a second. Marshall does one thing that he claims to do. Marshall and Maurice both claim one thing that they claim to do. Mm-hmm. They are there to build North Huntsville. That's what they do. That's what they're there to do. That's what all they're going to do. You don't see them you don't see them sidestepping that.
Okay.
Do what you say you're going to do.
Well, okay, I feel you. But this is what I'm saying to you. If the Scott brothers the Scott clan, the whole clan, Scott Klansmen, do whatever they want to do, and they don't feel like doing the God thing. She feel like doing the God thing, and every walk with God looks different. We can't determine that.
Oh. Absolutely.
What I would say to you is,
so then we
if
don't,
that's the thing that's bothering you, huh?
We don't use this to determine the God walk?
No.
Get a new Bible.
So long as we throwing this out, that's
get
good.
A new one.
Long as we throwing that out. Long as we
I don't quote Bible. What I'll say to you is this.
Don't talk me there.
What I'll say to you is this.
I'm just saying.
If those are the things that are bothering you.
Long as we can throw out the rules, then we good. Then you're right. I have no reason to.
But you just said everybody in the Scott clan is an individual.
Right. And listen to what I'm saying. They're not claiming that they're following something. That's what I'm saying. If you claim to follow something, then you should follow that something. If
you claim to be an individual, you should be worried about your individual thing.
Okay, listen. Okay, y'all.
I feel you.
Y'all taking away. If a police officer is a police officer, right? Then he ought to not kill people.
That's not. No, that's not. That can't happen like that.
Okay.
Because
Derek Chauvin is a police officer.
They be having to kill some bad hombres.
Do we agree with that or no? No, I'm not saying. What y'all doing is y'all taking and say because these people ain't doing nothing, saying they gonna do something. Then yes, if you don't say you gonna do nothing, you can be all over the place. That's what we think about it. If you don't have a direction, you might be lost. Would you agree with that?
Correct. So this is what I'm going to
Mel is saying that she has a direction. She can't be lost.
So are y'all lost?
Maybe.
This is what I'll give you.
Maybe.
Mel has a direction, but Mel is walking her walk. You take issue with the walk because it doesn't align with what you believe the walk should look like.
Exactly.
I get that. Right? But what I suggest for your peace, because
I know.
came up here,
Listen,
and
whether she
honestly,
wants it or
I'm
not,
glad we've had this exchange because I've been seeing you being a Scot around the internet, and my perspective was in
I
favor
have
of it.
it.
I thought, to be clear, that you were an asshat.
Wow.
After this discussion, I have a better understanding because it seems you speak Kanye as well.
Kanye.
Okay,
Good. That's
Okay.
not good. Kanye's crazy, so that's not good.
I mean, listen.
You
if
gotta
I,
be
if I
fluent
can
in all
ascend to
languages.
Kanye's level, I'll
But
take
I'm not
it.
feeling crazy. I don't understand
If I can
crazy.
be
So-
there, give me speaking, sis.
Two things
Speak
I
it into
wanted to
existence.
know.
How,
Two
who got
things
the
I
keys to my
wanted
house?
to know. I wanted to
Go
know
ahead.
how much of an asshat you were. You're at like a hard 7. And I wanted to know exactly what this thing was with Mel. I understand it now. Now, can we get to the rest of this episode?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
we
saying,
can.
I
How
got
about we
another
do
question for
narrative
him.
a little bit? Because we've been going back and forth, and it seems
right.
like
I'm just
the
saying.
I got one
I
more
just
question.
disagree
is
with.
not going.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
been burning on my
let's talk.
mind.
I don't believe in the Bible, so I can
And
toss.
it's
I can
It's
toss the
not.
Bible.
It has
I
nothing to
toss
do
my
with
my
the
phone.
Bible religion.
That
I
didn't look
want
like a
to
real
know,
Bible.
do you not
It's
see
a real
a
Bible.
problem with the way Marcel Messi talks to his wife?
I don't have a problem with the way Marcel talked to his wife because I think in 16 years, in 16 years, they have you spend that much time with somebody, you know how you have to talk to them. You sometimes, and at the same time, while we're saying this, Tisha knows how to talk to Marcel the way she needs to talk to Marcel. So while we see Marcel as this is my own thought. Many women want a man like Marcel who is a leader, who doesn't budge on the things he doesn't budge, who gives the things, the protection, the things that he says he's going to do. Marcel is the one thing that I can
That's
say
my husband.
1000% is Marcel only married Tisha. And so the only person who doesn't say they have a problem with it is Tisha. So no, if Tisha doesn't have a problem with it, then I don't have a problem with it. If Marcel married one of y'all and y'all had a problem with it, then Marcel, to make 16 years, would have changed the way he communicates with y'all. And so because that works
you
for
had
them
a problem with
because
him
it
not
works in their
marrying her in
dynamic,
Vegas. Why
it's
he didn't
perfectly
fix
fine.
that?
I mean, if I saw him, if Marcel put his hands on Tisha to get her to do it, then I'd have a problem. If Marcel couldn't explain himself to his wife, if Marcel didn't provide for his wife, if Marcel just talked out of the side of his neck and said, hey, I'll give you a perfect example. At the ceremony, when Marcel said, I'm not gonna do it. It's embarrassing to hear somebody say, I'm not gonna do something.
Hell yeah.
Get him up
Especially
there
that.
and then try to coax him in front of you know you do.
But you already married. What was so hard about just doing it for
If
her?
I get if he said he
because when
wasn't
I
going to
say
do
I'm
it.
not, here's the thing. There's two things you can count on with a man. And all of y'all have been there, if I could be so presumptuous. If a man say he gonna do something, you gotta believe he gonna do it. And if a man say he ain't gonna do something, so here's the thing. If Marcel gets up there and says, I'm not gonna do it, and then he gets swayed to do something he's not gonna do you believe he doesn't cheat? Because now he can be swayed. I gotta stick to my guns so that you, no matter what, can trust me.
But that's a fucked up gun.
Well,
Like,
he's
But
aligned
she
with
already
people. Can
knew.
you tell me why?
Just do it.
Why couldn't he say something sweet to her in that moment? Was he just over it?
Anything.
Because listen,
But how he
we're forgetting that he already had the conversation before they got there. If you have the conversation, it would be one thing if she just got there and said, hey, babe, and she didn't know. But you went into the whole situation eyes wide shut, and you're going to act like now I'm going to do it again? Marcel, you got to trust your man. I don't know if any of y'all are married or got guys in your life or somebody.
I'm married 20 years.
Right. And if your husband say no, you kind of don't put him in the position to embarrass you with that no. You don't do that. I mean, and it could be a gesture, but that would be at his discretion, especially if he's already said no.
That's the
That's
problem.
that's
Why
a
would
hard
you
line.
say no
My
to that?
problem with the whole thing was all the stuff that was said before they got to the little church and saying that he got confused love for sex and maybe he's just there for the kids. All that right there is what tossed my wig, okay?
That he was there for the
The
sex.
point is that is
He
something
was
he should
he
have
said
simply done.
he felt
already
like he
married the
confused
girl,
sex
so
for
why would he say no in
love,
the first place?
and he
Oh
was
no
just
no no
there
no
for the
no
kids.
no. When he wasn't saying that he confused. What he was saying is, as a grown as a man, we confuse what success looks like. A lot of times we think success is getting money. You got to fly cars. You think when you
I
have
said
sex with this
sex.
woman, I'm in love. I'm digging it in, and you learn later as a man. Maturity says love is things that you actually put value in. It's actually waking up in the morning and paying that mortgage even when she's mad at you. It's sending her cards and being mindful of the things that you do to make 16 years. If right now, out of us Scots, Marshall's been married the longest. So his idea of what we thought as kids was going to be love, to now, it's a whole different monster. It's a whole different attitude. And that's kind of why Marshall was saying, hey, look, y'all been married 30 seconds. I've been doing this 30 minutes. By the time you get here, your definitions are going to change. The way you talk is going to change. The way you deal with your wife, the things you put up with, the things you don't put up with, they're going to change. Even the first 5 years of their marriage, Tisha was a stay-at-home wife. That was his expectation. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to work really hard so that you can be involved in our kids' life. That changed for him till now. What we're saying is that he should have been this way year one. At years, I hope no man that you get is the same way the first year he married you as the 16th year marry you. He ain't growing.
It's like I feel you on that. This is the first time that I'm feeling you a little bit.
Well, you don't have to feel me. We're not married.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
There you go with
telling
the
you
spice
that I
mouth.
do.
There go the spice
Trying
mouth.
to tell you she on your same
Okay.
floor. Now.
I'm
The
telling
shade.
you. I'm telling you that I do.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you that I agree with you for
Thank you, ma'am.
one time.
I
Okay.
humbly accept. Kanye humbly accepts that. No Yeezy.
Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh Lord.
I get you.
I mean, come on
I'm
now.
just saying. The thing is this: everybody has their own thing, and while he's up for judgment, you got to also look at some of his logic, and that's where I think like the Martell and people are getting missed because they don't get that this man has an obligation to this woman, and he knows how he has to fulfill. He knows the best way for him to fill that obligation. Maurice has been married 3 years now. If y'all come back and see Maurice in 3 years from now, in 13 years, he gonna look a whole lot different. Kimmy gonna come out there and say something. Yes, there, got it. He gonna get that happy wife, happy life syndrome. But at the same time, he's gonna also, if you look at it, he's gonna also have to put his foot down because if he's the leader, he also has to be able to steer this ship. And the thing is, if you're saying you submit one to another, when she submits, she also got to be able to take some of that brunt. Leadership don't always sound nice.
It's like y'all don't have to be assholes though. Y'all are assholes.
I mean, but if you, I'm an asshole too. Like, I get if you're an asshole,
we're-
ain't nothing you
but
can
listen
do.
to this. We're only assholes
show
till
your
we
ass
need to be
all the time. Like, why is that like a thing? You got to show your ass all the time.
Can I? Ooh, pick me.
That was a question to you. It was
That's
directly
a good
to
one.
you.
Why
Ooh,
all
okay.
the time? Yes, smart.
I think a part of this is, and y'all gonna hate me for this. I'm about to go back on the bad side again. I'm about to go back on the bad side. Hey, Melody or Des, come sing this line for me. Anyway, I think one of the problems is this. I think men are.
Why was that necessary? First and foremost,
because I'm an asshole. This is what I got to. I gotta
that's
bring
what you're
it.
saying,
I
so
gotta
that
keep
sounds
it.
good.
What's funny
levity.
is that he think he got
so
me
here's what
over
I'm
here
saying.
hot
A part
under
of
my
what-
collar.
and-
That's the funny part. Like whenever I close this laptop, I don't think about anybody on this show, nor will I think about you. But while you're up here and we're conversing,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just asking questions.
No, I don't. I'm
And
not taking
the
on
way
that.
that I'm coming off is the way that I'm feeling your energy. So if your energy
Ooh.
was different, I would be different.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Matching energies. Okay.
Come on, Auntie.
We match energy around here.
Oh, and so that's why I like some, and I think that's one of the things that men are starting to do. I think men are starting to match the energies that women have been giving us.
And I think that is a punch.
And it's the same way around, I believe.
Bitch,
Right.
move.
Wait. Listen to how you just said that.
Punk bitch.
Right. Because for so long we have taken it. Now that we decide to stand up for ourselves, it's a bitch
And
move.
being
Let me
punk
be very clear.
Facts.
sir.
Facts.
Any man who
Facts.
matches my energy is ascending and becoming a better person for it.
Right, but the problem is this, and this is the thing. For so long, for so very long, the problem is that men have had to bow, capitulate, give in, and do everything a woman has asked him to do, and he still.
I don't come from that. Though that's not the
Y'all,
what I'm
listen,
from.
but the
When
problem
have
is
they
this:
always bow?
y'all
When?
don't
Show me
always
when.
come from that,
Please show me
but
when.
y'all don't know how many times we come from that.
Got it.
And so what y'all
This about their mamas.
do is, I'm gonna say something like this, and this is very simple. When I take a woman out on a date for the weekend, it's $200. If I take you on 10 dates, that's $2,000, and then you gonna tell me I still got to get your hair done? I done made a $2,000 investment out of my check to be your man. That's a lot.
Sir, if you choose to date a woman who requires $200 dates, and that's a selection you have made, sir.
Exactly.
And no, listen to what I'm saying.
This is your choice.
I'm not making this choice.
Yes, you are, because there are women who don't require all of that.
Let me show you what I'm saying. Broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. So in order for me to get
if you go to the club and the chick who has the fattest ass is there in the middle and she quoting every word to this song like it is her Bible, and that's what you take home, you get what you select.
Wait, man, hold on. It's not the chick with the fattest ass. It's not the chick with the baddest ass. It's the chick with a heartbeat. Y'all don't get to date chicks. Let me help y'all. What's out here. Let me tell y'all, it's Lizzo out here saying the exact same thing. It's Roseanne Barr.
So this is my thing, though. You don't date men
out here.
You don't date men. My experience is that the man who counting the money he's spending on the date and holding on tight to the money for the hair. First of all, I mean, I was raised different than a lot of people, but that man right there is probably not the man for me. I'm not selecting him.
But you can't. So here's the thing: is do you know who's being most offended? The 10%ers who ain't living like that. What I'm saying is the 90%. We raising up to the 90%, and the problem is the 10% y'all gonna catch some too, because we can't tell y'all apart.
If you cannot tell the woman apart, that means that you are not probing correctly. You have to vet.
Okay.
You have to vet.
I feel you.
And you have to vet.
I feel you.
You cannot get to 20 dates for $2,200 dates, and you're not vetting.
Y'all saying salt and sugar look just alike. Y'all asking us to.
Well, you gotta taste it.
Right. By the time I taste it, I done found out this is the wrong one.
Yeah, but if you only tasting it at the 20th date after the $2,000, that's a problem.
So what I
Your vetting process is off
on the first date.
Huh?
So I should have tried to taste it on the first day.
No, you don't try to put your tongue on anyone.
Wait a second.
We are in a
pandemic, do I need to find out if sugar is salt?
It is a pandemic. Don't put your tongue on people on the first date.
Okay, so I wait till the 20th day.
What I'm saying, the taste, you have to have a taste for good conversation.
So wait a second. So y'all telling me that real good men and real dirty niggas ain't having the same conversations?
Yeah.
Okay, so good women, and only good women is having good conversations, but bad women ain't having good conversations.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It's the double standard. Y'all acting like we
It just
got
depends
on what you want
If
to
you're
hear.
talking to me,
it just depends.
there's certain things you're gonna say. Nah, disqualification.
And what I'm saying
Disqualification.
is, and so here's the
Disqualification.
problem. And what you're asking me,
If
and what,
I'm taking you to a $200 date today, and I gotta take you to the same $200 date tomorrow, or you not going, that's a problem.
except for at the same time, I want to have a certain level of quality with her, so I give her my quality.
So that's what you
but
select.
You saying
And then you want to do her, or maybe you want the kind of woman who don't need her hair done. Maybe she do her hair in order to go to the $200 date.
I wish, and what I'm saying is, I wish it were that easy.
LMV.
I wish it were so easy. I wish were so easy that we could just see it.
It's not supposed to be easy, and wanting it to be easy might be a problem, sir.
And so
Vet correctly.
But here's the problem, and what I'm saying is, and this is what men are starting to do. Men are starting to raise up and match energy, so it's not a problem. For so long,
and I
men
salute
have,
that.
have staked in the
I
back.
applaud men who raise their standards.
Right,
Stop
and
trying
so,
to get the lowest fruit on the damn tree.
and so we starting to raise our
You
standards,
take
and
the
women don't
lowest
like
fruit
it.
to the $200
That's
restaurant,
all I'm saying.
and then you
Like,
mad when
so
the
here's the
applesauce
thing.
tastes
I'll
bad.
give you my love language.
What's your love language?
Mark, what is your love language? LMV asked.
My love language is probably words of affirmation and random acts of gifts of appreciation.
And what would that include?
Flowers, candy, rubbing my back. I like to talk about my dreams. I like to be analytical. I read a lot, so buying me a good book. I just
What
got
are you
done
reading now?
Huh?
Yeah,
What are you reading now? I know you ain't reading the
I
Bible.
just got done reading Plato's Republic. I'm reading a book now called the Owner's Manual for the Brain. So I want someone to say double women. The problem is becoming the thing is this: men are starting to raise their standard,
And they should.
But for so long it is a problem. The problem has been that when men, and I'm gonna show y'all who I'm talking about, when men raise their standards, they get talked about. Martell is getting talked about because he's being disrespectful, but Melody's being equally disrespectful to Martell.
Thank you.
People are saying,
Okay,
Martell,
but
you can't be
would you not? Would you be upset? Would you be upset if you were married to a woman and you were a provider and you built her a house and everything was great, and when you went to work, she went and cheated with the dude who's sleeping on her mama couch?
See, I know too much about this story. I know too much about this story.
Yes, but
because I would be upset. I wouldn't be upset if I was being abusive and if I was being misogynist and if I was keeping her in the dark and if I was treating her like shit in public. Then no, I wouldn't be upset if she ran to another man because that's a part of my doing as well. So accountability.
So you just gonna take her back?
No. What I'm not gonna take her back. I may take her back if we decide.
I speak Kanye. I caught what he said.
We're gonna change this, and if I continue and she still does it, then I can respect her going out and doing other things.
So what you're saying is the what I'm hearing is the melody we see ain't the melody that exists.
But when I say that, I'm a hater and I'm dragging mail and I have
like this is a regular discussion. You see, the problem is maybe that no one has given you the platform to vocalize it, and so you are not good with the typing.
But the other part is I haven't tried to get the platform. I've been speaking to people who know me and know the things that I've done. When here's the thing. When we look at this when we look at this
Thank you,
narrative,
Chicken, you boo. Thank you.
Melody knew about the cheating 3 years before a show aired.
I don't want to go into that.
I'm not
She-
going into that.
But
So when you
he
want a
made her
public
feel that it was
humiliation-
a record.
Because
She
now
took
we're
it
straying
back.
away from what you're saying.
No,
Okay.
I'm bringing
No,
I'm
give
bringing
me a
it
second.
I'm-
No, you're not.
Give me
Keep
a
going,
second,
Mark.
because I think
What
you
I'm
were
saying-
getting
Keep
somewhere.
going, Mark.
I'm about to-
Keep going.
No, you were getting
Let him
somewhere.
finish. Let him
I'm
finish.
about to bring it. What I'm
Let her
saying.
finish.
So when
Let him
you
finish.
bring me to TV to publicly humiliate me, I get to be equally disrespectful. You
That's fair.
disrespect me, I get to be equally disrespectful. And
Did he
everybody's
already
like,
disrespect
well,
her though? That's why she came disrespectful.
No, wait.
but
See, I
if
see
you-
where
but what
he's
I'm saying
going.
Is,
I see where it's going.
If you look at the first couple of shows, you see him saying, "I'm sorry." He brings her cards, he brings her letters, and he says, "Let me try to be a better man." What happens is it's the same thing that goes on in domestic violence. The man
I want to stop
woman,
you there for a
he
second,
says,
because
"I'm
allegedly,
sorry," and comes right back and does it.
allegedly, we threw that out. But I want to stop you there for a
Can we
second.
get a banner, Queen?
When
Get a banner at the bottom.
when I find out you stepped out,
What you
maybe
want
I'm
at the bottom?
abrasive. Maybe I'm a nitpicker. Maybe the things that you want at home ain't right, but you stepped out of the house. That causes a betrayal. And when you come back and you apologize to me, you say, "I want to be a better man." Some people still, like, I'm laying down in my bed and you have taken what you promised me into the streets. I got a feeling about it. And even if I say I don't have a feeling about it and I try to work through it, those feelings might come through as aggression.
When you do your head like this, then I might run back out to the streets.
I feel you, but I feel you, but actions have reactions, and then you become you're in a revolving door of dysfunction.
So a part of the problem is this, and here's the problem where people aren't hearing Martell's story. Is Martell did the exact same thing that I did with another family member. I fell on the sword. I fall on the sword. I get drugged for falling on the sword. Now I got to bring out the evidence to tell you I did it to protect her. Oh, shut up. We don't want to hear your excuses.
Is it fair to say
that
that Martell is not his best? He doesn't present in a way that would get him in.
Wait a second. After you slapped me and I got blood in my mouth, I ain't gonna be a good presenter. After you, listen to this. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this from personal experience. I ain't even gonna give you Martell. August 25th, 2019. I wasn't even watching the show. I get a call from somebody, "Hey, you trending on social media." I'm like, "What? What do you mean I'm trending on social media?" It's the episode where they revealed that it was me who was dating Van. I said that in private. I said this on social media. Me and Van made a pact that no matter whatever went on between us would never make it to TV. It's on TV now? I'm ready to be disrespectful. Not because it's because I have something to gain or to be a clout chaser. It's because you are now violating the pact. Here's what happened again.
But she didn't bring it
saw
up. It was brought up by others, and she just had to respond to it.
She had to
somehow.
Right. But I had to defend me because 3.1 million people now see me as a liar. So now I'm defending my reputation. And in order to defend my reputation, I have to do either one or two things. I need everybody to go ahead and accept the apology. I need her to come out and say it was more, or I need to be disrespectful and prove it.
So is there a sex tape?
So what happened was we put out an apology, and for 2 years, it was quiet. In 2021, guess what? It comes back. Now I done my best to issue an apology. She's still denying it. Guess what Mark needs to do now?
You gonna drop?
I need to expose this shit. I need to go ahead and drop this.
Why did you feel you needed to do that?
because I've already done what I think Martell tried to do. I already fell on the sword. I already said I'm apologizing. I already got drugged for what y'all said was a lie. So now that you're not just gonna come up, I need to start exposing why. But when I expose why, oh no, you just trying to do this. You just trying to deflect. You just trying to do this. And so that's why I understand what he's doing. Men try to take the low road. It doesn't work out for us. So now the only thing I can do is drop a video or drop a something that lets you know that I'm not lying either.
See, but this is where I'm gonna stop you, because men do that. But for what I believe, that men need to just keep it a buck. Like men will be like, "Yo, it's me, I'm
but
wrong," and then
you
become resentful, and now all of a sudden you swinging, you windmilling.
Listen to what y'all listen. So here's what I'm saying. And ma'am, with your glasses, what your name is?
Niecy.
Niecy just said it's punk shit when I do that. When I step up and I keep it a buck. So I don't want to be a punk. So I'm gonna try not to do that.
Well, you a Scott brother. You don't care what.
No. I don't care.
You care to be aligned with who you are.
I dropped one before I came here. I asked why I didn't the 7th Avenue get an ad like Tisha did. So what I'm saying is, when men, for the longest time, men have had to try chivalry and be quiet. What I'm saying is, men are now stepping up. And like you said, you clap, I clap back. And women see that as disrespectful. You not man, you not this, you not that.
This is my thing. I don't care, man, woman, or child. You clap
and to tell the truth. You get one or the other. If I'm going to tell the truth, I'm not going to be respectful about it.
Okay, so
the truth is respectful.
Why you gotta be disrespectful? Why you can't just tell the truth?
Because the truth is disrespectful. Mel knew what went in her mouth. It's disrespectful for her to have.
Okay, but wait a minute. I didn't think we were talking about Mel's mouth.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm saying from me and Martell, from my position is, Van knew what the hell went down. She knew what she went down, and I can prove she knew what she went down.
I'm uncomfortable calling somebody Mother Van.
Okay, Mark, you said that.
She wasn't uncomfortable.
It wasn't supposed to get out there between you and Ben, right?
Never was. I promise you this. Nobody put a gun to her head.
She tried to deny it to the fact of she didn't want out here. So
it must have been good because you documented the occasion.
No. I got no. See, let me help you out so you'll understand.
Help her out.
I didn't send me the stuff I have.
Ooh. What does that mean?
You done had a boyfriend before, and he said, "Hey, babe, I'm thinking about you," and she say, "What you thinking?" And you send him something of what you was thinking.
I don't do that. That's not in the Bible. You should be reading the Bible.
But you only speak for if we just using the panel, you only speak for 25% of the population just on the panel. So if we take that to real numbers, I'm saying the rest of the panel also knows, sometimes what you get in your DM unsolicited.
So you saying you got a picture of the fat cat?
I'm saying when you're dating, you do dating things. I don't have to see. That's what people are thinking. It's not blackmail. There's some women out there.
I do have a question. How has being so vocal about the things you've done affected your dating life?
No,
like it doesn't, because I'm like, you too chatty patty for me. You telling my business.
My dick game sweet, but my mouthpiece.
Oh, sir, we don't. Ooh, sir.
I'm just saying. I know how to talk.
You led the door. You opened the
I just said how has it affected the truth.
I'm telling you, I know how to talk. I know how to treat a woman. I know how to go on a date. I'm a grown man.
Them dates hit it for $200, ladies, and you get your hand
if we want to, I was just in Cleveland at the All-Star game. If I want to go to the All-Star game, baby, let's go. If
Mark,
I
want to answer this question, was Miss Van traveling to see you?
You said what, ma'am?
You want to answer this question? Was Miss Van traveling to see you?
Yes,
of course,
100%.
How often?
Was it good?
See, that's the part where I try
I
to.
want to get way too much.
All
We're
I
gonna do
just
a whole
say
entire
honest.
interview on
I
this
try
show.
not to be disrespectful with it. See, that's what I'm saying.
If I ask, you can answer.
I mean, but you kept dipping.
No,
If you kept
right.
dipping in the
Keep it right.
kitty,
Keep it right.
it was
I'm
soft.
just saying it was often enough for it to be regular.
Yo, King's
You can get.
yo.
The problem is y'all keep saying
King is a joy watching you get
like
joy.
I'm
You are
lying up.
hilarious.
Okay, here's the thing. Why would I have to lock? So what made me date her? When I was working late at night, we would talk. And so one of the things is one of the things what you do is you build relationships out of constant communication. And that's how it happened. It was like, she has a nice voice. She'd call me, she'd check on me, and it turned into a familiar type of
Okay,
thing.
I got a question.
Right.
I was just thinking about.
Well, I got a question. When all of this came out, and you felt the need to go and be disrespectful, you didn't reach out to Miss Van at that point.
I've screenshotted what I told her. Hey, listen, I wasn't trying to be clout. I wasn't trying to be nasty. You could have been more forthright about what we had without doing it.
But like I said, she was trying to protect y'all. Y'all said y'all didn't.
No, this was after she had already done it. And so what I'm saying is, it's the exact same thing. And this is what Melody, Martell, Van, and Ariane have a problem with. They want this perfect image of who I am. And people who actually know them are like, you can't be saying this is who you are when I know more than this. And so it's like,
so is she's a bad person because she got down with you?
You said what?
So are you saying that makes her a bad person?
No, all I was saying is this. She could have said, I entertained him. We dated for a brief minute and it was over. She could have said anything other than the traditional. Let me say this, and I want y'all to let me reverse the role. If I would have been on TV and she said she dated me and I said, oh, she was just a friend, y'all would have looked at me like, you.
So I have a question though, because wasn't this another one of Marceau's jokes?
No, it was not. Actually,
no, isn't he the one who brought it up about?
No. So you know what? I'm gonna bring clarity to how the rumor started. What happened was, Wanda had made a video, and it was y'all. I think y'all remember when Wanda went live talking about Martell and said we'd come for you. They asked her to take it down. She took it down.
Who's they?
The Holtz. At the time, it was the Holtz. Asked her to take it down, and so they were having. This is when they were doing Twitter wars, and Melody said, "Don't act like we don't have a tape of her going ham." And Marceau said, "I would be worried if my mom, if someone had a tape of my mom." And what he was talking about Cassandra, my mom, Dr. Mommy. He was talking about her. Everybody took that and put it together because at the same time, he didn't know I was over talking to Kiowa about dating her. So the Straight No Chasers group made it a sex tape.
Got it.
And so Marceau's never said there's a sex tape. I never said it's a sex tape. People have taken a tape and made it a sex tape and then asked us to defend it. And so Marceau and I both have said, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Now, is there anything out there? Who knows? Am I being subpoenaed? Other than the public court, if I'm not subpoenaed, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I have no idea. All I'm saying,
look, you don't said all that. And so you might well go ahead and just drop whatever you got.
No,
right
I'm not.
here.
But because
No, because we're doing a whole interview. We ain't giving it all out tonight.
No. What I'm saying is, it was a relationship. It was brief, it was beautiful, and it is over. That's all I would say about that. That's the most respectful, honest, clear thing I can say without destroying who she may
Who
be.
broke it off?
You said what?
Who broke it off?
Lord.
I'm gonna say you don't drive that far for nothing. That's all.
Sir, please stop with your promotional commentary.
If you
Stop
have,
with your we don't
it's
want to
not
hear
promotional. I'm just saying
the
we've all
promotional.
dated
You don't
somebody.
drive that far for nothing. No.
I hope you don't. I hope you
Ain't
don't.
not that far.
I'm not letting out info. I didn't say. It was beautiful.
And, sir, it's the promotion for me. It was beautiful.
Can I be any more
It's
respectful?
worth the drive.
Can
But
I
we
be? I
But
could
if
be
we were nasty
disrespectful.
about it, then it'll be a problem.
No, don't be
We'll nice
disrespectful.
about it.
Who
Exactly.
broke it off? So what happened was, this is how it broke off. It broke off when the season first started. A blogger was doing a review, and they was talking about how Marceau was not a good husband or whatever. And I said, hey, this show is about Martell. This episode is about Marceau, about Martell cheating. And so she was like, don't be doing that to my family. I'm like, I didn't do it to your family. Your family got on TV and did it to themselves. And so she found that to be
in poor taste.
Right.
That's
so
Scott abrasion.
The whole show was about, you should have kept your penis in the
right.
That if Matt, that wasn't more abrasive than, that's the most abrasive something anybody could ever say.
Do you believe that Martell was a good husband? Just from the optics.
Martell was the best husband he knew how to be under the circumstances.
That's fair.
So I'm sure, since you are in the blogs and YouTube like that, it is very clear that you are basically Team Martell. You really back him up. So do you and Martell
I'm
talk?
Team Fair.
Are you a Martell?
Team Fair. I think Martell I think he honestly hurt Mel. He honestly hurt her. And
honestly, yes.
And I think that when you spend that kind of money and you get married, you go harder for who you love. And so I am disappointed that he didn't.
What got to do with it?
Let him finish. Let him finish. He may clear it up. Y'all let him finish.
I think he could have did better, but under the circumstances, I think a lot of men succumb to emotional decisions, and he made some emotional whatever the conversation was going on. I think he made some emotional decisions that a lot of men make when they are hurt. What keeps a man happy is the irons, or what keeps everybody happy in a relationship and is iron, is admired, desired, inspired, required. And he was no longer getting one of those irons at home. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, who was your Air Jordan, became regular as Mike when he got home to Juanita and they got a divorce. I think we go into it with this expectation that no matter what we do, we're always going to be the hero. We're always going to be this guy who our image is never, these muscles is what you came for. I'm pumping these mugs up. You should still bow down to them. And it's like, nigga, no, the trash still needs to go out. I don't care how much you bench pressing. I still need to be healed. I still need flowers. I still need things like that. And I think a lot of men in relationships do that. At the same time, Melody also had a certain expectation as that, and I think we all do it in relationships before they go. I can treat you like I want to treat you, and it should not cause you to leave. You should be able to stand here and take it. And I think if you take the combination of both of their egos,
It's dysfunction.
There's how they perceive themselves, their expectations, and I think they both came to an impasse where, for her, it was the physical breaking of vow, and for him, it was the emotional or mental breaking of vow. And I think they both simultaneously stepped out on each other. And the causation of that, women often look at the physical causation first. Like, you did this, but the accountability of maybe I pushed you there. Maybe I said something. Maybe I did something and I got you there. And you should have been
as
strong.
Kimmy says, you can't start in the middle. You got to start at the beginning.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I think the relation, when Melody tells the story, Melody tells the story from the middle to the end. And that's not fair. And now Martell, even though the story is told, Martell wants to go back to the beginning, and everybody says, no, we done heard the whole story. And so it's a problem for him, which keeps him angry, is because he still can't get his story out.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Somebody proposed to me the other day that they felt like this whole trisomy of Arion, Martell, and Melody started with a threesome. Have you heard anything like that?
I've heard a lot of things. I've heard. See, the part of this is this, and you got to listen. And I'm not going to tell the people's story because it's kind of unfair to them. I think that's what Arion was trying to do, was tell the story without telling the story. But I think I'll propose back questions to you. Melody wants kids. Melody, everybody knows if they watch this show that Martell wanted 6 kids. What business would Melody have getting 2 abortions and then having another kid if your husband wants 6 kids?
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of
that
pregnancy that goes into this that nobody wants to talk about. This is what I said the other day. Melody said, Melody, I'm going to say it this way. Melody told her story, and she told her story about Martell. But because she told the story about Martell, Martell can't get his out. But nobody's ever questioned Melody about the accuracy of her story.
Nope.
We've taken it as gospel. And that's what I disagree with. I'm team fairness. I'm team fair. We've been able to
you're talking about he wanted 6 kids. They have 4 kids. You know what it takes out of a woman. You have 2 children. It takes a lot. And every time you go into that room, you ain't promised to come out.
Pregnancy is not a joke. It's not.
I don't disagree. The problem is this, and I think a lot of this has to come back to the storyline that isn't being asked, that is the problem. If I'm a husband, I'm gonna just say this: if I'm a husband and we're having a baby, and then you terminate the baby, that might put me on edge. We don't know how. Ladies, listen to this. I will never take it away from y'all that it's y'all body and y'all get to do what y'all want, but y'all don't know how we feel. Y'all don't know how we feel not having that kid or hearing you say to me, I don't love you no more and I'm having an abortion. While postpartum and different things like that does things to y'all, it also does stuff to us. And one of the things that a part of men rising up is our emotions don't get hurt with that. It's emotional for you to do that, but how more emotional is it for us to be powerless? Not somewhat powerless, completely powerless.
Okay,
and if nobody our voice,
he wanted 6 kids.
Right, but I'm saying if I want 6
he's
kids,
the king of at least 4 to 5 abortions.
How do I feel as a man? And I'm saying this, does anybody ever care? I ain't talking about the knuckleheads who want divorces or abortions so that they can cover some stuff up. I'm talking about it's not to still sleeping with him. It hurts.
I try to care. I do make
No, I'm
great
just
effort.
saying when you hear that your wife is having an abortion of your baby for whatever reason, is there any coming back from that?
But didn't Ariana have an abortion at one point?
What about the side chick?
It doesn't matter. She just doesn't matter.
But what I'm saying is,
Why she don't matter?
But he wasn't married to her.
you
He
not
married to
having
Melvin, so she
these
don't matter.
kids could
Now the whole night, baby,
You
was
team
she
side
matter?
chick.
right. But what I'm saying,
But she know. But what he's talking about,
we're
she's
talking about the emotional trauma.
I get what you're saying about the emotional.
How
trauma.
he's dealing with it may lead him to be with an Ariana. But
Okay,
we
I get
can't even look at that because we can't get past the fact that he cheated.
Thank you.
We can't even see his. This is the one thing I will say. Ain't nobody doing drugs for nothing. Sometimes you taking drugs because you can't deal.
To mask pain. I get that much.
But we don't look at that.
Can we agree that he's not good at telling his story? Even he's not good at telling his story.
He can't tell his story.
No, he has a platform. He has a few.
No, he can't.
And when he tells his story, everybody jumps on his tail about.
Yes.
No, sir, there's no justifying.
No.
Y'all did to me tonight. Yes, y'all did to
Tell
me.
me I'm wrong.
Don't start that.
Y'all
Nobody makes anybody do
Y'all did
anything.
When he tells his story,
Y'all want to hear it.
the approach he takes to telling his story doesn't leave room for empathy. Because again, when you say, I did this because, instead of I had no business doing this.
Wait,
when you're telling your story.
Can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you one question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do anything can you have anything in effect in this world without a cause?
No.
Every action has a reaction. Every
so
cause.
Then when you say he can't say that, you are taking away his cause.
He is trying to tell his story. The best way, you see what Melody has done well is tell her story first and better.
And you know what she did also best? Without telling her side.
Huh?
Without telling her side. Tell me what you did wrong in the story. And that's what we all do. We all have a way of being able to tell a story without telling what we did. And when we tell what our story without telling what we did, it's kind of a lie.
That's true.
Eve didn't just bite an apple. Well, Lord, that she had no business biting it.
You don't need to quote the
I'm just saying
stories.
what I'm saying.
We don't want to hear that.
Okay,
yeah, you're gonna hear it.
George Floyd had no business taking a counterfeit business in there, but he did not deserve to die.
Okay.
And everybody, and this is what I'm saying, everybody has justified his death by his past. He was a criminal. He was on meth. And what I'm saying is Martell is being executed, and everybody's saying, well, he was a cheater. He deserves to be executed. He doesn't deserve to be executed.
He doesn't.
He does deserve a punishment. And guess what that punishment is called? Divorce. He got that punishment. Let him tell his story now.
I think where we get conflict.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't easy. No, you ain't.
No, I think where we
the ladies on the y'all
no,
may be okay.
I just don't want it to be full of lies.
The 480,000 millimeters, they not for the story.
Okay, but so when he called her a whore or a hoe,
she got him one.
That was the best way to tell the story.
Wait a second. So here's the thing. So does my side of the story have to come out in a way that
benefits her?
So
no, not that benefits her.
Then it's your story.
No, not in a way that benefits her. But you see, you get more with honey than you get with a lemon. You gotta make it so that I even want to listen. His mouth is crazy. Like honestly,
his mouth.
You type worse than you speaking, and the way you present when you speak is way better than I've seen on the internet with you typing. This is better to deal with. just on the strength of the way you type. I didn't even want to really be in here with you, but I was like, slow down. You
I'm
don't
with
know,
it.
man, get a man a chance. You see,
Wow.
there's a way you approach the things.
Thank you, checking you, Buddha. The public made a judgment before giving Marshall due process. Exactly.
No
He was
proof
judged.
at all.
He was judged. He was judged and prosecuted.
No,
without-
you see, that's the thing. Take that off because that has done you. You see,
Okay,
usually you are logical.
I wanted you here, but I just had to go ahead and.
No. You are a logical person and you present well when you speak, but the way you type indicates that you will not use logic. You follow what I'm saying? So there's a different.
But
you present the way you present matters.
I try to be disrespectful when I type. I try to be ugly. I don't care if it comes out something you can.
Why?
But it's
Timothy
off-putting.
Pope girl style.
What are you saying? Hold up. Because I'm not doing this for y'all. I'm doing it to get it out of me.
Why write it anyway?
Because it's for me.
You know what? I
That's
feel
not
him one day.
fine.
I speak
Man,
Kanye. Like sometimes I
yo.
respond to things because I don't even read what people say to me.
Right. I type what I type and it's
I
for
speak
me.
Kanye.
You know what a part of this is? Y'all wouldn't know what I say if somebody didn't get mad at me and take it to a platform where y'all could see. Y'all never heard of me.
I definitely haven't.
Right.
I had no idea who you were.
I was saying it to people who understand how I think, who understood me. So when I say what up, though, they knew what that meant. When I say this chick is conflating, they knew what that meant. That's my audience. Somebody took my words to a platform, told y'all how to think about my platform, and then everybody got mad at me like, how dare he have an opinion? I'm in these groups just like everybody else having an opinion, but because my last name is Scott, oh, you shouldn't have that opinion.
See, I never
I'm
felt
never
that.
gonna say you can't.
Y'all,
just have a
y'all
approach.
I don't want.
But I could call you an asshole
standpoint,
for
y'all
the
don't.
opinion.
You have a Scott approach, and it is very abrasive by your own admission.
It is to my friends who like Scott approaches. To the 900 people who organically clicked on my name and followed me, they like the Scott approach. They understand it.
All 900, huh?
And what I'm all 900 of them, the ones who come on my podcast, the ones who listen to Kevin Samuels,
you got podcasts?
the ones who understand men don't have a chance, the ones who understand me. What you can't do is you can't take a clip from Kevin Samuels, take him and put him on the Cardi B show, and then ask all Cardi B's friends to say, oh yeah, let's go.
It's the Scottisms for me. You cannot, anybody.
My images are public. They
anybody?
are public because at a certain point, what I'm not gonna do, and here's where it changed too. What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna hide that I said it. Once I say it, now you get to see it. I'm not about to back down from it because now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna say it, and then everybody will say, "Oh, you shouldn't change." And then when I get to change it and edit it, and then it's like, "Oh." Then now you think you got to edge up on me. Nope. I stand 10 toes on this.
Okay.
So after you say something,
y'all be
this is where it comes to the Marshall and at the vow renewal. When I say no, I mean no. When I say fuck Mel and fuck Van, I mean fuck Mel and fuck Van respectfully.
You literally did.
Y'all don't like Kanye, I like Kanye. Y'all don't like Trump, I like Trump. I don't like Biden, y'all like Biden. I
don't like man one.
But the thing is, you know what I get to do? I get to crawl up in whatever coffin or casket I get to at the end of the day, and I get to have the dreams of the life I had. And ain't never one of y'all gonna come up in there and change it out for me. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep doing this for me.
Checking you
at the end of the day,
and
I got to
I will use it
lay my head down, drink this alcohol,
you better come shake me
and be cool with it.
Okay.
And if y'all want to go out to get a drink, that's on me. I promise you, you can disagree with me, and I'm still gonna give you some love. I'm still gonna be like, you know what? Niecy got her platform. Y'all need to go check her the hell out.
You know what I'm saying? Sitting here listening to you, I think you're getting from me that I'm
No,
always
I was just using your name because I
in front
remember
of
it easily.
you. But I'm one of these type of people who tries to get any nugget of goodness out of some BS. And I was able to get one little piece of gold nugget out
That's fine.
of all the BS you had to say tonight.
You know, it's funny.
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what's funny?
Wow.
You know what's funny? We have a way of thinking people want to be good. I don't want to be good.
I'm not trying to make you good.
Right, but you said you try to get one piece of goodness. Take some of that badness with you.
My perspective is I try to take that little goodness.
But I'm saying take some
because I want to see all humans as having a little bit of goodness, even
I don't have a little bit.
And psychopaths of the world.
The little goodness I have in me, I'm going to go. The little goodness I have in me.
You gonna go and take that girl on that 200 days?
No, I'm going
to
and buy her this goodness out of me. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this goodness and I'm gonna go put it in the toilet, and hopefully they can recycle it. And 10 years down the road, we could drink it again.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, I want to know who. Just Goody, I like how you said that. Yes, who is checking you, boo? Because
that's
you
a
got
Scott
an
right here.
in this motherfucker for
I'm
real.
the first Scott. All Scott. No Scott, but it come by me. I'm Mark James. I'm Mark James. I'm Mark James Scott the third.
Y'all all have a theme. I will give you that.
Right. I'm Mark James, but you got to listen to my podcast for that. I'm just saying. The one thing is this: we stop believing that other people get to do what the hell they want, and we don't have to agree with it.
And so wait, can you tell us a little bit about your podcast? Is it like Kevin Samuel?
What is your podcast about? Tell us the name.
It's about stuff like this. I talk about I was raped when I was in the Marine Corps. I talked about growing up, how in the Black community you sitting around the table with the uncle that molested you and nobody talks about it. I call
that dysfunctional silence.
You said what?
I call that dysfunctional silence.
Right. So I talk about, a part of me being abrasive is you got to be bold enough to say the kind of stuff that nobody wants to hear. You got to be able to go to say the things that people are covering up.
But you don't have to be an asshole about everything, though.
People have been. You listen to this. I'm gonna say this to you, and I want you to hear this. And if here may be another nugget for you.
Give me a nugget.
Okay. Everybody who is at school gets told they could be anything they want to be.
So you decided to be an asshole?
No, hold on. Let me get to the credits before
Jesus.
Let me get to the credits. Everybody gets told that they can be whatever they want to be. And niggas out here ain't shit. But the niggas who get told that they can't be nothing, they're the ones we're following. When somebody told Trump he can't be the president, this nigga made it to presidency. When somebody told Oprah she couldn't be who she is, she's now Oprah. The one thing that I understand more about people is that when you tell them that they can't do something, them motherfuckers decide that's the shit they want to do. So stop telling people in this nice, kind way, hey, you can be this, because they're not following that. Black people have been told.
Give them hope? If someone tell me you ain't gonna be shit, then what does that do to a person?
It does. And the thing is, I don't tell people they can't be shit. What I say is be accountable for the shit that you do. And if you can be accountable for the shit that you can do, then you can be anything. But if you're unwilling to take it down, and it's if you're unwilling to put up with the stuff you need to put up with, if you're unwilling to do what it takes to be there, Melody may not be able to sing, but she's willing to take her ass down to the booth. So guess what? She's gonna sing us a goddamn song, and whether we like it or not, it's gonna. It's just a fact. It's a fact of life. when somebody wants to do something, they gonna goddamn get down there and do it, especially if we tell them they can't do it.
Exactly. Yeah, I
And
can
so
agree with
the
you
thing is
on
this:
that.
everybody
But
says
there's
you
another half
cannot wake
nugget.
up the Black community about rape, about how women are aggressive and savages and bullies. You cannot do this. And so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna die waking up things that are out there that we don't want to talk about.
Let me tell you this. Okay, I get a lot of flack for the fact that I do feel like women are too aggressive in these days. And I get a lot of flack for that because I got this other personality of mine that's being on tonight. Okay.
I know you're a Scott by nature.
Lord Jesus.
But anyway,
Jesus.
I do feel like men are the lead. Okay. I let my husband lead this house.
Come on now.
I feel like
You let him.
yes, I let him.
I knew you was gonna grab onto that.
I let him because it's a choice. It's a choice whether or not I let him or not. And I let him because I respect him. Men need respect before they need love, sir.
I agree.
I respect him. I respect
the love
him.
she wants and the respect he most deserves. That's a book I read.
So that's what happens in my household. And I do talk to women in stance that I feel like it's right to submit, but to the right person.
Can I say something to that?
A whole lot of women are submitting to which way you are submitting to stuff like this. And I'm not gonna submit to somebody that's as abrasive and corrosive and as caustic as you are.
Pick me.
Ooh. Nasty.
One of the problems,
Yeah.
I agree with you, but one of the problems is this. If you're not practicing submission before you find him, it's highly unlikely that you're going to be able to submit when you find him. You got to start. Listen, it's not something I just.
And plus, man finding his wife. He found me. I ain't find him.
Oh, I got something for that. Women need to stop pretending to be wives so men can find out who he wants. Because women are being girlfriends who want to be turned into wives.
There are too many women who doing wife things,
right?
And a girlfriend.
But a lot of women are pretending, and a lot of women aren't practicing their submission. So if you don't cook every day,
I'm not gonna submit to you if we're not married. Wait a minute now.
You get,
It's hilarious.
the problem is this, and so wait
killing me.
So niece, I'm gonna take this here. You don't have a dad to submit to, so you don't. I'm not talking about you particular, but they don't have a dad to submit to. They don't have a stepdad to submit to. The only uncle they got, the only uncle they got is raping them, so they can't submit. So that by the time they find out when it's to submit, they done ran off 30 good Boazes or 30 good Baraks or 30 good Martells, and they done ran his ass into the ground. And so they don't know that he can lead. And by the time they get him, they done tore his ass up. And so when somebody do come along and they patch a Martell up and you see him rise and rise and rise, and they say, "Oh, he must have changed." No, he was there. Nobody decided to cultivate the soil while they were a young man, or they didn't know how. Melody didn't have her dad. If you don't have your dad, then you don't understand that he's not being a misogynistic or narcissistic. He's being a good leader. But let me dial that back. Let me. I'm
not laughing. I don't disagree. Comment on the screen.
I don't disagree.
I actually don't disagree.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree with what you're saying. I'm laughing.
But that's the majority of society.
This joker.
But honestly, but if that's the majority, when they run across the Nisi, when they run across somebody else, I'm guns blazing already. And so you get them. Here's the thing. There's only one thing that you get out of life is this. There's only 100%. If you're gonna be in the driver's seat until you let me drive, by the time you let me drive, you done got us in the wrong direction, and now you want to blame it on me when I get there. And
no,
well, then
I let
how
you in the
drive if you
driver's
don't jump out the driver's
seat
seat?
whenever you put a ring on it. Okay.
You gotta still so you want me to put a ring on it, then drive, and then you realize I can't drive.
I'm saying we're gonna switch
understand.
seats. You're gonna be my co-pilot sometimes.
I'm not your
I'm gonna be the pilot sometimes.
So listen to what
until you
I'm
decide
your co-pilot.
that I'm your wife. Okay.
I'm never your co-pilot.
Where do
If you want to say
help
help me
the episode?
then I'm never the co-pilot. I'm never the co. I'm the captain.
He's never the co-pilot now.
No, I'm never the co-pilot the day I was born. If I'm the man, I'm the captain. You now you want to change the order, and then when you need it, God reverse this order.
I'm telling you what I feel from my perspective. My perspective and how I carried out my relationship is that whenever he put a ring on my finger, I decided that okay,
Niecy, somewhere you were
step back.
Somewhere you were
let this man be the lead, and we're 20 years in.
Right, and somewhere you were practicing. And what I'm saying is, one of the things is this, and he's always been he's always been the captain. And what I'm saying is, a lot of women, independence, a lot of INDP. You know the whole song.
No,
hold on. That song is for women who want to be single. I know, but it's a single word. And women don't realize it's a single word. Women like Melody don't realize it's a single word. So when they get a co-captain, they want to always be independent.
Okay, so wait a minute. So the Scott individuality, that comes with a level of independence, right?
Right. But you're following my plan.
But does the Scott woman have the same ability to have that level of independence?
No, you following me.
Oh Jesus. Jesus.
But here's the beauty of it. A good leader, I'm thinking of you when I'm doing me. I'm thinking of the thing. I hear you. I'm listening to you. I take it into account, like Maurice, for example, didn't do when he went out to buy them acres. I'm taking into account what you want to do. Marshall took it into account and said, hey, you want to go back to mommy business? It's going to be tough. You're going to still have your duties, but it's going to be tough, and I'm going to support you. And that's what interdependence looks like. It looks like double dutch. We're going to weave this thing in as opposed to abuse, to when men get out there and say, you're going to just jump to my tune. And so the problem is we got to get women to start dialing back from their 100 to let this man step up and be the rest of it, so she can see that she gets to sleep and he gets to drive. But we got too many women who trying to tell him how to drive instead of sitting in the car and being happy that they ain't got to carry the load.
I love that my husband does everything.
By the time you get that man easier lead, you done tore him the hell down. You done went on them 200 dates, and he now want to taste, and it's fucking salt. And I was looking for sugar. I'm just saying.
Honey, I don't see how these women do it. I don't see how these women are single mothers and holding out households.
You don't see how they're single mothers.
Women
have.
I don't understand.
I'm not good at that.
You got a bunch of single mothers out. It's not just the single mothers. My mother's mother was single, so she's been telling me Black women are taught how to live without a man. We got to start reversing this dynamic.
I never learned that.
And start letting, even if it's.
I will agree with you on that, because in my family, it's more of a almost like with the elephants, it's maternal.
Who is the leader of men if the leader of women are men? Who is the leader? The problem is this, and I'm gonna say this: whether you are Christian or not, every apple seed has the DNA and the wherewithal in it to do what it's supposed to do. It doesn't, you'd have never seen an apple tree wake up and be like, God, how many apples do I need to grow? God puts inside of you, the universe puts inside of you what you need to make it before you get here. The thing is this: you have to trust the intuition and the level of man that you selected. If you select him, trust it. Don't be selecting nobody, and I don't know if I can trust you. That's dumb. That don't make no sense to get no man to jump in no car and then not know if it's going to Florida. You need to ask all the questions if it's going to Florida before you go jump in the car.
I will agree with you that I do feel like
That's about
a
5
lot of women
got
do need to
I'm
step
just saying.
back and if you have a man willing to carry the load, let them carry the load.
Are we going to talk about the black men who you said if the man's not willing, but are we going to talk about the countless black men who left their sons without leaders, and as a result, those sons don't know how to lead, and those sons, when driving, if you give them the ability, will drive your ass right into a ditch.
And so I think a part of this is that, and I'll say this. Let me answer checking your boo. I think God has, I think the universe placed in men to go where they're going. At the same time, I think he placed it in women to go where they're going. I don't think there's a who leads the man. I think a man, I think it's an 80-20. Some men need to be led by their women. Some women are dominant and some men are looking for that. The problem is you got to find out who you match with. If you a woman who doesn't want to be led, then you find a man who doesn't want to lead. If you are a woman who wants to be led, you find a man who wants to lead. I think that's so leadership is based on, is this car, if I'm going to California, I need to ask the driver, are you going to California? If the driver says, yes, I'm going, but I don't know how to get there, can you drive? Then I'll go that way. Then now we have a good pairing. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to jump in nobody's car and be riding and end up in Florida. And they be like, well, this is California. Like, no, this ain't the California. It's got palm trees and it's got ocean, but it ain't California. So I think a lot of the times is one of the things we stop doing is making the plan. We stop writing the vision and making the plan. We stop articulating what we desire out of life.
I know that's right.
Call it in the
ain't nobody gonna tell you to bark. You call you a dog and not expect you to bark.
Right. So the thing is, you got to start doing the thing. So when you say what happens to these men, another part of what happens to these men that do it, what I'm not going to do is this. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to argue you. If I'm going to lead you as the woman and you are going to be the leader of the kids, I'm not going to keep arguing you to get myself thrown in jail. I'd sooner leave. I'd sooner abandon the whole situation. So while it's a poor tactic, we got to look at their woman accountability. Like one of the things that I'm saying about male, you got to look at this accountability. When you get rid of your no good, nasty nigga for cheating, you got to realize now you got to go ahead and lead all these kids down the road to where they need to go. And you got to do it healthy. Now your mom or may not have a father figure to lead you healthy. Now you may or may not have a father figure, because what people are doing now is they tearing Martell down as a good dad because he wasn't a good husband. So we disagree with the thing that men become reckless. So a part of it is if I don't deal with you, I'm taking the kids and I'm leaving. I told my daughter if she should ever get a man and she should have kids, if he cheat on you, leave that nigga with the kids. Leave him with the kids and you go do you. Don't, if you take the kids, you guaranteeing to mess yourself up. Learn how to stop fighting these battles so emotionally. That's what we haven't done. We haven't learned to say Martell is just a bad dude, but he's still a good dad. But that's just the way I feel. This is the Scott dynamic that worked for the one single Scott who doesn't have a significant other. So it could be faulty logic. It could be faulty, but it's gonna work for me. I'm gonna find that one person who says, you know what, that's the ticket for me. So it could. Anyway,
you never said Martell was the great father. Can you say?
I think Martell
he's an amazing dad.
I think Martell has the ability to be a good father if he can get out of this social media mayhem. If he can get his
feelings in check.
If he can get his love back. If he can get his love back and he can get his hold back, I think Martell would be a great dad. But
I think he's a good dad. You're talking about the greatness. I feel you.
He got some
the greatness.
He got image. When you got an image to uphold, you tend to be faulty. You tend not to live as accurately as you would. You
don't live right unless you're living in alignment with your own true principles.
That's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily
That part, Goody. I
So
feel
when you're
that.
doing it for the
necessarily-
gram and
That's
you're
what I'm saying.
doing
I'm
it for
not. I'm not
TV,
too
it's
far-
always gonna get a little shaky for you. But you gotta learn that.
making babies state to say and not caring for their.
See,
What's
women got to
happening?
be
What's
accountable
happening?
also.
What's
Women
happening?
got to be accountable also with who they lay down with.
Yes.
And that's the problem. If you
Because
know
that's the
ain't got no
choice. The
job,
same
don't
way
let
the
them in no job.
$2,000, you the same
We blame
$2,000, and
listen.
here you gotta you can't
Women
We
know
blame men for a
we
lot
have
of
the
stuff.
womb. We're the carriers of the world. So I
Checking
feel
your
like
food.
we
If
need
he
to
ain't
be
raping these women, then you gotta ask her why she letting them in.
right. But you
No.
also it goes both ways.
No.
You
Now,
can't
you
just
know,
date
good
it.
well rape means that there was no consent given. I'm talking about consensual sex.
No, that's what I'm saying. If he's not raping these women from
Yeah, that's
state
what he
to
said.
state, then she got to
Okay.
take the responsibility. Of
Exactly.
she open her legs to.
Thank you.
Okay, this
Normally.
make you laugh. yo.
Normally.
I'm just saying. We make it so man base that we act like the woman that didn't open her leg, like he just
Thank
said,
you.
you pregnant. Pregnant. Like what?
I do feel like women, you know, we need to be a little bit more careful about who we lay down with.
A little bit more careful.
What?
A lot of bit more careful.
Let me finish, okay? I've been letting you talk.
I'll let
all
you get to the
night,
credits.
okay? So I feel like with us, women sometimes today are like giving away their wound to anybody. And I feel like whenever you lay down with somebody, you're actually creating a soul tie. You wonder why you don't know how you feeling, what perspective you're having day to day, and you don't allow all these people to the nut in you. You got a gut full of nuts.
Oh,
And you don't. I mean, I'm serious. You got a gut full of nut, and you don't know.
Lord mercy.
Who spiritual tie, being tied to. So be a little bit more careful, ladies.
use discernment.
With.
Well, checking your boo. I
ladies.
put the responsibility mainly on women because they are the incubators of the sweet seed. And that's what I'm saying.
Wait, did you go Hotep on us? You're the incubators of the sweet seed.
I'm saying, well, it could be the salty seed. But one of the other things is sex is one of the cheapest forms of coping. It's the cheapest drug you can get. And so a lot of people turn to that. I didn't have a daddy, so I'm going to lay with men. I saw my mom be promiscuous, so I'm going to be promiscuous. We see a lot of men who men giving bad advice from other men. It's a lot of re-education that has to happen with our bodies. And this is what Martell was saying when he said, I confuse sex with love. It's a lot of re-education that you have to take the time to give and to get. And it comes from sometimes letting that man step up and say and be what we call mean. He got to be tough. And a lot of people don't want tough love.
Checking you, boo. I don't disagree with that. I feel like men should equally be responsible. But whenever you lay down with a man and you get pregnant, that baby is gonna be growing inside of you, and you don't have a choice unless you're gonna give the baby up.
Right. But you can't lay down with 6 men and then
whether or not you're gonna have to take care of this baby if you don't decide to have an abortion or give it up for adoption. That's the only reason why I tell, because I mentor girls and I tell them that who they lay down with, they need to be a little bit more accountable with who they lay down with.
I'm saying
he got 2 other kids that he don't take care of, but yet you gonna lay down with him raw also and get pregnant also.
Right.
So that's
saying
something I'm just saying.
She's saying it's not contradiction that men aren't leaders. You can't lay down with a dude who's not a leader. I mean, if he's not a leader, why lay down with him? If the dude ain't got a job, he ain't got a house, a pot to piss in, then he's not a leader.
He can have a job and a pot and a house and all that and still not be a leader.
But he could and still not be a leader. at the same token, a part of this is the Maury show is built on a woman who's not looking for a leader. You can't be testing all these dudes if you should know off rip. It should not be confusion to where you have to go to a TV show to find out who the baby daddy is. That's it. You know what? There's never a show about. There's never a show about a guy and how many girls he slept with.
But that's because of the patriarchy.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So there's not a show where it says, okay, now you say you slept with this woman, this woman, this woman, this woman.
That's not paternity court where the men.
No, what I'm saying, no, men don't do that.
And DNA tested, so the men have to make sure that the child is theirs before. Now that they match your energy.
Daddy's maybe, mommy's baby. She know
mommy's
who
baby, daddy's maybe. I think.
That's right. She know who it is. She know who. Even Kanye West said. Found out at 18 years, found out the kid wasn't his. You know you tricking this dude. The problem is this: women there's women manipulation. They absolutely know what it is they're doing.
I mean, humans have the ability to manipulate
also.
It's a human.
You don't listen to this, Nisi. I'm gonna say something, and I'll tell you this: ain't no man out there who's ever been able to say the right words to get a woman's legs to open. We would be saying that shit all the time. If we knew what to say to get legs open, y'all wouldn't even know me on this. Y'all, I'd be out somewhere right now saying.
So wait, you don't know any of the words?
You don't know. You don't have gift of gab. No, you don't. We've been out here 2 hours.
I can have the gift.
Yeah, you don't have it. What am I talking about?
Nisi, let's be honest. Ladies, some dude has talked your ear off and you said, I don't care if you was Elon Musk, sir, you're not getting any of this. Men do not have the words to say to a woman to guarantee him some. Women have got to open up.
Let me tell you something.
My
husband had that.
Here we go. My husband.
All the way to the floor. Okay.
Nisi.
He has it.
Nisi, you wanted to
say him any other way.
Nisi, let me say this. Listen to this. If you don't want to, then it's rape. You have to want to.
Woo, he taught these draws on the floor. You
okay.
Oh Lord.
Nisi, you're not being honest. You're not being honest.
I won't disappoint it.
Women have the power of sex, men have the power of relationship. Ain't no woman in the world has, unless a man raped her, ain't no woman in the world ever just got talked into giving up them draws.
Girl, ooh,
women would, if men knew what to say to get draws, y'all would be wore out. There would be talking about some. Can I get?
Y'all be some smooth talkers, but y'all don't be real with that shit.
Look now, just think about my husband.
Y'all ain't real with it. Y'all just talking shit.
And guess what? We may be talking shit, but who has to believe it? Because there's some men out there who have talked shit and you didn't believe it. You gotta choose.
We just won't have time for that shit. Sometimes we be needing it too,
though. So it's up to y'all. You don't think we need it?
Are you saying you ain't never taught no draws to the floor?
She still wanted it. What I'm saying is this:
you ain't taught no draws to the side.
Listen, and tell her his finger looking good.
You ain't did that your whole life, baby.
And I can make him sing like Barry Manilow. I told her I could make.
Here we go, the promotion.
Barry Manilow
didn't get me no damn way.
Help me.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, you got.
How old are you, Mark? Mark, how old are you?
44.
I was wondering that too.
My man said Barry Manilow,
and I ain't never taught no draws to the floor.
Listen. When it comes down to these lips, I can sink ships. When it comes down this tongue, I can shoot
Sir,
it don't matter if she
okay.
Y'all open up
Muhammad,
this conversation. Y'all open up this conversation.
and then I'll open up and I'll take a dive. I'll be in that bitch like Jacques Cousteau. And this ain't a story I heard told before. This is what I'm telling you for the very first time.
Yeah, okay, that's what she was driving 3-4 hours to get.
It ain't nothing to suspect. But I promise you, if she open up them legs, I'm gonna lick. First, last, and then always. But she's got to want to make a choice.
What's happening?
I'm just saying.
Y'all
But it don't matter.
Come on, Pimp.
Unless she gonna say yes.
Come on, Pimp.
It's not a pimp. What I'm just saying. She said now he Dolomite. I ain't Dolomite. I'm just saying you can't get in unless she wants you to be her friend. Oh, I'm sorry. You say she's just a friend, and you say too soon. Too soon. Oh, baby, you got what I need.
I don't understand why no woman would ever want to sleep with. I'm just sorry. Like, if you gave me 10 minutes,
he's spending $200 and doing hair.
Oh, okay, that's right. You buying wigs, then you might buying wigs.
No, wait a second. Hold on. Did y'all who's your favorite comedian? I went to go see Dave Chappelle when he came to Nashville. Them tickets was
Bernie Mac.
My favorite comedian is dead. Bless his heart.
Bernie Mac.
Well, you'll never see your favorite comedian again. I'm just saying. Mine, I went to go see Dave Chappelle. I'm just saying. It takes. The truth is, if you got to invest, time,
so
money.
You invest in the draws instead of talking the draws now.
No, you got to do both. You got to put your money where your heart is. You can't tell me you like me and leave me looking busted and disgusted. You can't tell me. I'm just saying you can't tell me as a woman you like me and watch.
Let me inbox Carlos and tell him to go and make you a cast member.
No, listen. Me and Patricia were married.
One more stop. We might as well add another.
There's some things. Listen, there's some things. I got some secrets. Listen, my don't need no help in the secret.
Can you tell us one of your secrets?
How about emailing me the receipt?
These niggas been on this show
my email in the comments.
And all they secrets done woke up. Do you know what the hell the world would do? Oh Lord, we'll have a whole spin.
What kind of secrets you got, sir?
You got on the show. I don't know.
No, I don't need to be on no show. No, ma'am. I'm getting in trouble as a non-cast member. Could you imagine if these women think I had a check coming to me? Hell no. Shit. No.
And that's real.
No. I you know what I like doing? I like engaging with people I just met and having a dialogue to where I could take away from this and you know
what are your takeaways?
When I'm typing, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me spell check this so that my friend will actually read it.
You know what?
Okay, I just dropped my email in the comments, so I'm gonna be looking for those receipts in my
whoa.
Because I want to see what you're talking about.
Oh wait, which
yes,
kind of receipt? Promotional receipts?
The promotional receipts. I
don't want to know.
I want to see them.
Niecy, if you were my, would you want me to show your
shit? You gonna wait till the interview? Don't be doing that.
I want to see the receipts.
Niecy, if you were my ex,
and what homegirl was driving to.
Niecy, if you were my ex, would you want me to show your receipts?
No.
Nah, but she's you're calling. Hold on. She asking about those receipts. She talking about these promotions that you got going.
What promotion?
I don't even want to read because you're gonna start with I don't want to know.
Start with the lickety split again, so we ain't gonna ask you that, but I want to see some receipts.
Ellen, you was right. Ellen, you right. Well, yeah, okay. So
I don't want to.
we don't hear from
Sir, I don't want to
Let's
see. I'm
wrap
straight.
this
I'm,
up a little
I'm
bit.
straight on the receipt, sir.
Y'all all is invited back next week, of course. I'm mad at her. She gonna hear it from me. I swear.
No, don't be mad at her. She sent me
on
here
IG
in her
Live with me
stead.
before the show, and she don't got too drunk and don't check the fuck out, ain't even responded. But so let's just wrap this up. So everything is happening on the show tonight. So what are y'all expectations of what y'all see for the upcoming of this season?
Honey, I don't think nothing gonna be solved.
A spinoff.
We're gonna be sitting here with the same questions that we had tonight at the reunion.
Facts. What I think. I believe the same. Y'all believe anything gonna come up different?
No,
like,
well,
we didn't get to see much of Martell except in the beginning. We didn't get to see Tiffany at all today. They didn't show Tiffany at all.
Well, Tiffany's not a full-time cast member. She's like a friend.
You gotta wait for the
we got to see her husband.
But
see the pajama.
Well, Martell needed somebody to film with him.
Yeah,
and Mark
it was
was
a very
busy.
good show. We finally heard from Maurice.
Tiffany but Tiffany,
we got the Love and Marriage.
We heard from Marceau.
Yeah, we
not cheating. So I think we got some clarity on who's cheating and who's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Love and Marriage DC DMV does start in May, so we got to look forward to
only
that.
Only at Spades.
I hope it can match because it has Huntsville has set the bar. So
yeah, they got a lot to live up to.
Yeah, so DMV better bring it or I'm gonna
Monique
check
has
out.
been gone a long time. I think she's rejuvenated, ready to
come
back.
My girl rejuvenated,
she know what we want. She know what we want.
She ain't
Mark, drop the information for your podcast.
But she's not finna let her marriage get with.
Where do I do it?
In the comments that you use to get up here.
Yeah. Listen, if she's a woman, I'm smashing.
No, not those. No. Your podcast, not your promotion.
Where do I put the? How do I put the comments?
I put my email over in the comments because I want the receipts, and you also can send the link to your podcast. And I will check it out.
All this time, this has been going on.
Ellen be saying Cougar Hunter.
I'm not that young.
Remember, I gotta ask this: what is the age? How much of age you and Miss Van? Without giving away Miss Van age.
8 or 9 years.
Without giving away your age.
8 or 9 years.
When it say 44, we know how old he is, so go ahead.
Age ain't no
8 or 9 years.
Age ain't no number, honey.
Yeah, she's about 50, 53.
Because I can still throw these legs open and drop it like it's.
Oh wow!
I don't
Hey, y'all! Y'all do know she had melody, right?
You throw that leg up.
Y'all do know she had melody, right?
Yeah.
So she's been doing this before she met me.
Lord Jesus, stop it! No, Niecy got a pole. She know what she doing.
Yeah, Niecy ain't sliding down that pole. She ain't sliding down that pole. Niecy may be dancing on it, but she ain't sliding down it. But no,
how do I put stuff in the comment? How do I put stuff in the comment?
You could just tell us if it's going to be this complicated.
You gotta go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and click on comments.
Go to my YouTube.
Okay. Well, she look good.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Like this
video. Then you can put something in the comments.
Yeah, it's your YouTube.
Oh, y'all
all your information. Everyone in the chat, please follow everyone that is on.
I don't know how to do this, y'all.
Go to the channel.
Names up so we can. Well, y'all can't see mine either, so I guess it don't matter.
Go to the channel. Go to this channel that we're on right now and click on the comment section.
I just did, but it go away. I can't see y'all when I do that.
Exactly. You ain't gonna be able to see us like
okay. So we are there. Everyone, please follow everyone that is on the panel. Mark, thank you for behaving yourself. I appreciate it.
I didn't know who
were rather enjoyable.
This is a one-time deal.
Like lost. Like who more?
Are you not coming back next week?
No, behaving is a one-time thing. Y'all get fast.
Okay, so that means I can't bring you back sometime because
I understand. Listen, I understand.
So wait a minute, was this difficult for you?
To not cuss y'all out? Yes.
Why? You was
I-
gonna
I-
go to
Wow.
When I can see you cussing Niecy out because Niecy would give you energy tonight. Niecy
Right,
was giving
Niecy
you
was-
I was just matching his
Isolate.
energy. No,
No, my energy dialed back to be with yours.
I was matching your energy.
So I'm everything about me is Mark James St. Patrick on Instagram.
Thank you, checking me, boo.
On IG, on YouTube, on Facebook, Mark James St. Patrick.
Your podcast is Mark James St. Patrick.
My podcast is Brown Roots by Mark James. I'm Mark James, bitch.
Y'all
Lord
check me
Jesus.
out.
Who's on the bench?
Entertainment.
I'm with you.
on
I got
Instagram.
that energy. You got to bump a clock to get my head knocked off.
Okay,
I
Mark.
might have to make
Okay,
you a
Mark. You
moderator
stole the
so
whole
can start
show.
dropping everybody's,
I didn't
dropping
steal-
everybody's
you can
links.
See, they're gonna see me.
Instagram at Entertainment T1T Uncut on
Yes,
IG.
Mark James.
That's the only social media
I do
that I
have a
pay any
YouTube.
attention to. Okay.
Hey,
We're
listen,
gonna
follow.
go in order. So
Confession knows how to get all my
Mr.
stuff,
Shea,
and so I'll give her
Mr.
my
King of
stuff.
Shea, drop all your information so people know where to follow you.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Follow me on Instagram at the King of Shea _1.
Okay, Miss Goody, where can we find you?
I can be found on Instagram at Gabbing with Goody and Ascension Intentions or Goody Gabor's Ascension Intentions. I'm all over the place. I talks a lot.
Yes, honey. Thank you
I
for
talk
coming
all
on.
the time.
Miss Niecy, where can we find you at, honey, Auntie Niecy?
Honey, you can find me over on IG at Entertainment T Uncut. That's the only social media I really rocks with. And also, I would like for you guys to go and follow me on Now Included. Join the app, and also
Where's that?
That is Tiffany's Now Included. Tiffany with
Entertainment T Uncut.
I'm gonna put the link
Please
in
get the app. Please get the app.
I'm gonna put the link in the comments. Give me a second for you end this.
Okay.
But
yes, please follow that. Tiffany is doing great things with that app. You know, it's about women and women's health and all of that jazz. So please follow her. Tiffany's doing great things. I know a lot of people feel a certain way about Tiffany, but I love her, and she is all about women and women's empowerment. And
I don't need that then. I'm not a woman, but they don't benefit me, so I don't need them on the app. Because I don't need
it's for everybody. All healthcare.
Okay.
She said women empowerment. She said women empowerment. I saw the commercial. It's women empowerment. So it can't.
All right, I just follow
It's for everybody. And also, y'all, I do have a community over here on the Now Included app called The Reality of Healthcare, because my day job is that I'm an RN. Okay, so
right now.
So
we gonna get these. I'm gonna make Demita a moderator, because on Kamisha Reviews panel, which comes on every Saturday for Ready to Love, she is the best moderator I have ever known in my entire life. I will make her a moderator.
She got to teach a course on that.
Drop everybody's link of everything that they are a part of during the whole entire time she is on here. She is the best. So shout out to Miss Demita Joe. I love her to death.
Come on, Miss Demita Joe Jackson. All right,
okay. I just dropped the link for Now Included. Y'all go over there and follow Now Included. It only takes less than a minute.
Women only.
Use your Gmail. If you use your Gmail, it's gonna take you about 10 seconds.
Women only now. It's for women empowerment, to empower women.
It's for everybody. It's all
women. You are so entertaining to me, King. Like you.
Thank you.
Entertain me.
Look, let me.
I get joy from you.
Thank you. I enjoy this.
Let me tell you, Jasper. He is one of these people.
Did anybody know Martell fixed the spelling on his wine?
Say what?
I hate to love him.
You need to stop.
I was just wondering.
We just have a funny way of showing it.
He did fix it. And I'm glad he fixed it, because the haters grabbed it.
Yo, King is hilarious.
He's human. like he's human. Like we mess up on stuff. Like
He could be another Scott.
He's
Yeah,
bro.
human, but if
drop
you gonna
your
put out
info
some
in
wine,
here
you
and
need
your
to spell
it's,
it.
information
it's his
too,
first
girl.
wine. It's his
We know
first
where to
one. Yeah, like
find
it's
you.
like his third or fourth wine.
The first
First
wine
one.
bottle needs to be spelled correctly.
Well, he fixed it. It got fixed. So
Did he
You
fix
so
that?
messy,
He got
What's
fixed.
man.
He got fixed. Mark being shady, but Martell fixed it.
Lady,
But
listen,
all that matters.
just
He
Tell
fixed it.
y'all,
Just
y'all
can't
know
do
Martell
that.
like the sharpest
I'm not
crayon
buying
in the
nothing from
box now.
California, nigga.
He
Lord
fixed it.
Jesus.
I don't know where that state is. I don't know where them grapes come from. Okay, all I'm
California.
saying.
Lord Jesus.
You
But he
got
fixed
California.
it, so that's all that matters. He
That
just
sounds
goes-
like they came from Nickel Valley.
He got it
King
together.
of Nickel Valley.
What you was drinking,
Martell
Mark?
got line college with a solid
Mark, what you
D.
drinking?
Right. He grabbed him away.
Lord
He got
Jesus,
a
I
gig.
cannot help it.
He
He
got
said,
a
Mark,
gig.
messy.
He didn't get a GED? A G? Oh, that's a GED. Why you gotta spell it out? I'm sorry.
You know what
I
can't
told y'all
mess with
it's equal. It's not just one person.
And
Y'all
y'all,
should feel good. Y'all
Jasper
should feel
is
like
being
you're
good tonight because Jasper is more messy than Mark is.
You
Okay.
know what, Jasper? Let me tell you something.
Jasper, how do I
want to applaud you
the
for
King of
being
Shade
so gracious
_1.
tonight
Okay,
also, because I
and
know
how do I
how
follow
you
you,
roll.
ma'am?
I just followed you on Instagram, so you should see it.
Trinidad, how do I follow you?
I am from Trinidad. You know, I'm a Bajan. That's from Barbados.
Okay, now listen now.
No. Let's not.
Me
Let's
not-
not.
me- me
Let's
not
pretend we
one
did.
ticket.
No, let's not. Let's not.
Me not
Don't
one
do it.
ticket.
Don't do it.
We're not
Don't
gonna
do
be
it.
here.
Let's not. Let's not.
Me not
Y'all
thirsty
doing
like
the
that.
most.
No. Let's just don't do that. Let's do something
Thank
else.
you,
How do I
Janice.
all
Please
all
come
you?
back next
just
week.
want
We
your
will be here
Instagram.
and still being messy.
Good.
We
He's
will
happy.
never
Listen,
miss that
I got a
club and
diaper
I'm
on.
ready to come
I'm
back
never
over here and
thirsty
hang
and
out with
messy.
y'all one night, cause this was fun.
All y'all are always come back if y'all want to. Just send me a
Y'all,
DM. Let me know
I gotta
if y'all
see a
want to come
song.
on next week, and
Y'all
we gonna
got me up
handle it.
past my bedtime. You know I'm old. You know us old
Bless
people.
your heart.
We knew you was old.
I'm
when-
tired. I'm exhausted.
Excuse me.
Woo!
Wait a minute. What you say?
Yeah, Mark.
Excuse me.
I
You knew I
followed
was
you.
old. Why?
I said, we followed you.
Thank you, checking you, boo. Come back too, even though I want to know if you.
I
You
still
must
ain't
be-
hearing why he said he knew I
It's
was
okay.
old.
Turn it. You got to turn it up.
Y'all was a mess. How you know?
Why
What's
you
supposed to
knew I
mean?
was old, Mark?
Yeah,
'Cause you
please
can't hear me.
elaborate. Come on,
Ooh.
don't that shine now? Don't that shine
I
now?
can feel that. That's what I
I
needed.
know
I was
you
sweating. How you know I need that breeze?
Come on, don't play. Answer the question.
What question?
How you know, DCO? What's that supposed to mean? Elaborate.
I'm saying her comments. They were kind of old school. She was like, she
What's
sound
that?
50.
How is they old school? They reasonable.
I know it. I can tell you sound 50. A man don't need to be doing that.
Don't even play. Don't even play. You know that I could be in the club and I could put this booty up on you and you wouldn't even know that I
Not
was
with a
50 years
husband. You
old.
can't
You
just
wouldn't
about.
know.
I mean,
You wouldn't know. I back this truck,
you
this
can't
bumper
put
back
that
up
thing
to
on
you.
me.
You
I
wouldn't
don't
know I
date
was
married
50 years
women.
old. Okay.
I don't deal with married women.
Okay.
You'll never Ariane carry me out in these streets.
Yo.
No more. I
The
wouldn't
devil
touch
is
you
a
with a
liar.
10-foot
Take
pole.
free booty. I ain't got time to be fighting your husband for that big old trunk.
I would. I could.
You
I
couldn't
just
take it.
couldn't.
I'm a Scot. I breathe through my ears. I'd have you singing for them chandeliers, and it ain't a suicide song.
No.
No, Lord.
Let's pray for him, Lord. Let's pray for him. He's fogging up my glasses right now, Jesus.
No.
I can't. Oh, Father God. I want to
No.
slide down a Huntsville for more than just some black wine.
You know what? You need to
That
go grab
nigga sound like he got
Bible
some.
that you
If
threw
Van can do
and
it,
read
so
that
can
bitch.
I.
Oh dear Jesus.
But I'm gonna take a flight.
Read it,
I can't be
please.
driving like that. Can I get a flight to your city? Can you pick me up in Nashville?
You know what? You doing the most.
I know it. She got long hair. I pull it by the ponytail. There you go. Twerk it a little bit.
Now look, you can't be pulling this because this a wig, okay?
I won't pull it out. Listen, you said you 50. I won't be pulling out. I won't be pulling out.
Oh Lord!
I'm gonna have a dream and I'm gonna bust from the mountaintop.
If you don't stop
Me and your husband will be fighting in the streets, and I tell him, listen, son, Jesse, you're going back to where you came from.
What's happening?
I don't know.
She done taught me.
Mark, what are you drinking?
Not enough.
He said not enough. That took me all the way out. I cannot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all doing the most. I cannot do this with y'all no more.
I'm just saying. She done took that wig off. We ain't playing. I'm gonna grab you by the bald head.
It's the Muhammad Ali. Oh my gosh! No!
Oh Lord!
No!
I have ascended. I cannot with y'all.
Lisa, you listen.
I cannot. Y'all don't take it all the way to the top of the mountain.
Listen,
I
I was gonna people today.
No! Wait, don't.
I used to be a people person. Then people ruined it.
Oh, I thought you was gonna pull your shirt up.
Oh,
Titties. Y'all don't want to spoil what you got.
No, I'm good. No.
Right.
Show some receipts. Show some receipts.
No,
you don't want to see these receipts. Niecy, you mess around.
Yes, honey.
You mess around and find a good leader.
Ooh.
And yes, all the Scots are bald headed. I'm just saying.
Y'all got them receipts.
You killing me with Martin Luther and Iceberg Slim. I cannot.
Right.
What you know about Iceberg Slim?
Listen. Let's not play around.
Male paired and baldness got y'all, huh?
Oh dear Lord! Oh dear Lord!
Our head in high school. This shit is real.
Okay, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out and coming in tonight. And I had a good time with y'all.
I had a great time, y'all.
Let you know I'm going to come on next Saturday. And any final words before we leave?
I enjoyed y'all. Even Mark, I just.
Y'all, please stop.
I just was trying to match your messy. Normally, I'm the nicest person on earth.
I want to say that.
I have an aggregate of personalities.
Auntie Niecy, you are the nicest person.
Based on your Sunday school,
Niecy is shady.
I
She's
knew
not
to behave.
So I do want to give
I knew the first lady wouldn't like me to act like this.
Niecy was giving that energy. She matched the energy tonight. I ain't never seen this out of Niecy.
She ready to turn up. We finna go to the club.
Sure is.
I'm getting ready to go and wake my husband up. Okay?
Oh, you finna go wake him up?
Oh no! Let's not take that turn.
Oh, too late. We already done crashed. We already done made the left turn.
Don't
always on this
already turned.
Don't call him no ghost.
Hey. We ain't making 20 years for nothing.
Hey.
Come on,
let's get off this thing. Y'all need to go to bed. Y'all.
Yeah, because we need to go with her eyes and to take her wig off.
Thank you for behaving yourself.
Yeah, this is cool.
The invite queen, and you
we'll
know
see y'all on the flip side.
On the flip side,
enjoyed y'all, and I hope y'all please DM me to come back. On that note, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. Please like and subscribe to everybody that is on this panel right now, and please like this video and subscribe if y'all haven't. And we out this nasty thing.
We out this. I'm Mark James, bitch.